Hey y'all! I don't know who's all here. I pray these comments work this time. Um, let's see. Let's see if they're working. I might have to pull my phone out. But today I'm here with some awesome guests, and we are going to be recapping the whole entire Sapphire celebration, but in a more deeper, in-depth sequence of events. So, a lot happened. A lot of crazy things happened in a good way, but we're gonna get into that. But let me move this off the screen. I got my guest over here. Wait, it's like mirrored. Okay, I finally got it. Got my guest over here, Jennifer Jackson, who's been a long time fan.
Hello.
Got Shantea, aka Scarlett O'Hara, my sis, and then got it, Trish from I Love the Jackson Family. All right, so far I see we got Serena.
Hi, Serena.
Congrats, you're the first. Technically, you're the first comment. That was me in the comments earlier, testing stuff. But yeah. So, how is everyone doing today?
I'm living my best Michael Jackson life.
Yeah, it's been a busy, eventful MJ season. Um, it's been fun. It's been fun. We've had the celebration week, a slew of like in person events, the Sapphire celebration. So it's been pretty great. Um, Now I guess like I'll get this kicked off with basically getting to Vegas. Um, for me, like it was fun. It was very easy. I actually started off like when I was getting ready, I was trying to watch the Spike Lee, Michael Jackson, and Prince like block party. So I was watching that while I was getting ready on the way to the airport, and then while I was waiting at my gate, easy breezy, beautiful flight. I didn't have to share any row with nobody. I got a window seat. It was great. But yeah, I got there Saturday, and then the event didn't take place until Tuesday, and the Sapphire didn't take place until like the day after on Sunday. But how was it for you, Jen?
So mine kicked off with Reg Jackson's 11-hour stream. So and then I ended up watching the block. That was awesome, by the way. Then the watch the block party, and then flight to Vegas on Sunday. And the thing is, I ended up sitting next to a couple, an older couple, who I didn't know was also going to the MJ celebration party, MJ1 show. So that was pretty cool. So I met some fans on the plane. And then it kept rolling from there.
That's good. That's like a sign like okay,
It
this is about to be
was.
great. What about you, Gadget?
Similar to Jennifer, I celebrated with Red Jackson, 11-hour stream, then watched it again right after. And then I went to the Spike Lee party in Brooklyn, at least for about an hour and some change. And then I went to Vegas, and similar to you, no problems, great flight. I actually got there early, and then I messed up by talking to strangers in the airport and taking the bus to the hotel. But I still got there semi on time, and it was a really great start of the Michael Jackson Vegas thing.
That's good. I remember that day. I was like, where in the world is Gadget? And then Shantea, how was it for you?
Uh, well, my it was pretty cool. My mom and I we flew in the Friday before all the events, so the 25th. Flight was pretty much okay. It was my first time getting an aisle seat, so that was kind of new.
Ooh,
I'm a window seat type of person, but flight was fine. Got to the hotel, was able to relax for a couple days before all the events happened, and I got to spend some time just with my mom and enjoying her company. So that was
that's
cool.
nice. And then I gotta plug this. I gotta when I remember the name, I gotta plug this Japanese restaurant we went to off the strip. It's all
Oh
you.
yeah.
It was so good. It's sad. Like you would think I would have a good like eating schedule, like a healthy eating schedule. How much I talk about food, and I don't. But we had some more people join. Oh, Shelly.
Hi, Shelly.
Woo woo.
Junior.
Junia.
Oh, Christy. Christy didn't hop for your line of mine. Hey.
All right. Christy Tucker.
And we got butterflies.
Hey.
Oh, she said glad to see Jennifer back.
Right. Jennifer Rock.
Tracy. Oh, it's nice to see you in a live. I know you usually like comment on my videos and stuff.
Hi, Tracy.
So I guess to kick the events off, the Sapphire Celebration started off on Sunday, August 27th. The first slot was 1 p.m. And I was like, okay, we got to get first slot. So me and Scarlett ended up meeting or going there together. And then as well as her mom. And so that was fun to see her experience. And we were supposed to go through with Jen. I don't know, something happened, but we weren't able to go through with her. But like we like reunited at the end or whatever. I was like on my phone, all I hear is, "Hi, it's so nice to meet you." So I'm like, "Huh?" I'm like, "Oh my gosh!" But this, like going up the escalator, and then this being like the first thing you see on these huge panels, I was like, wow, like Michael's taking over. Okay, like I loved it. And like this area, I wish I got a picture inside of the smoke, but you got the smoke covered yesterday, Gadget. And I thought that was cool. I think what they did is they projected it onto that mist. Like they used the mist as like a projector screen, and then they like projected the image on there. That makes sense.
That makes sense because I just never seen nothing like it. I was like, what the hell is this? This is awesome.
So here's some more like pictures. I love this room.
Great picture.
Yeah.
I loved this room right here. This was the last room. What was your guys' like favorite like room out of this whole entire like Sapphire Celebration?
I would say Billie Jean. Billie Jean, then Smooth Criminal was my second favorite.
What about you, Scarlett? Because
I would say Billie Jean was my favorite, and then the Earth song was the second. And I found out when I got home because I never checked my like email after I emailed my videos to myself after doing like the interaction. Yeah, my Earth song video only had the audio.
It didn't have a video of you?
No, and I didn't realize that until I got home because I just never checked it. I just like emailed it to myself. I was like, yeah, okay, it's there. And like thought nothing of it. And then I got home and all I have is audio. So.
I wonder if that's the same thing that happened to Teresa J.
Oh no, that's really bad.
Yeah.
Well, I know I got.
Teresa said, yeah, same thing happened.
Oh, we got more people. Got AJ.
AJ.
Hi, AJ.
Teresa J.
Teresa.
Profess the film fan. Hello. Patsy. Janice. Oh, she meant Scarlett. Oh.
Yeah.
But yeah. What was your favorite again, Jen?
Mine was Billie Jean, and I love the Earth song. I do.
Earth song.
Yeah.
I feel like mine changed like every day or every time we went through the Sapphire Celebration. Like the first time I went through it, I would say it had to be Billie Jean, and then I think the next time we went through it, what was that, Monday? I think Earth song, because we were singing our heads off in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
that was fun. That was fun.
Yeah.
And then there was one other time I spent a lot of time in like You Rock My World. I think that was the day of the birthday event. But we just like hung out in there, spent some time in there, made people dance. And yeah, that was pretty fun. And then in this last room, they had like his plaques or like certifications on the wall. I can't even read what they say, but somebody pointed out something. I don't think they had one of the albums missing. Wait, no.
The
Okay, never
history
mind.
one.
Huh?
This is something about the history one.
No, I thought Blood on the Dance Floor was missing, but I see it in the top on the middle. In the middle. Yeah, but that was nice. It was given like an off the wall type feel with that brick. And then of course we had the merch, which we covered yesterday. First time I went through it, honestly, I didn't get anything because I was like, I know I'm gonna be back. So I was just like, I just had to figure out what I was gonna get. But do I even have? Was wearing the shirt yesterday. Where is it at? And if y'all have any of the merch on you, y'all can bring it out.
Okay. Only the Sapphire stuff, right? Not the MJ1 stuff.
Yeah, we'll get to the MJ one in a
Okay.
little bit.
Let me get my
Where's
stuff.
that shirt? Oh my goodness. Okay, I found
This
it.
shirt. Where's my hoodie?
Oh, Butterfly's got a message for you, Scarlett.
Oh yeah. Like it was very fun actually, like, walking through the immersive with her and kind of seeing her reaction to certain stuff. Like because she got to the TV room before I did. And when I walked in the TV room, she literally took the time to point out every single TV and say, like, oh, I remember this from this time. This time I grew up with this TV. And then it was one particular TV that it was one of the smaller, like little baby TVs. And I have a picture of myself as a kid. I was like 3. And I was laying on, like my head was laying on the TV because I was upset that it was my brother's birthday and not mine. And so she pointed it out to me. Was like, that's the TV from the picture. That's the TV you were laying on. I was like, oh. So it was really cool to experience that with her. It
You
was
look
just really cool.
so much like your mom's
She
Scarlett.
does.
Oh, I was like, her mother cloned herself.
Thank you. It's funny though,
Just
because
like
everyone says I look like my dad, my mom, until my dad comes around. And then when my dad is next to me, then I look just like him. So thank you.
what? I was like, what
Yeah.
the?
It was funny because when I saw You Rock My World as a room, I was like, oh my God, You Rock My World. I'm about to freak out. She turned around, she said, you bet not scream. I'm like, I'm not.
Scarlett or Scarlett's mom?
No, her mom.
My mom.
I was like, let me keep it calm. But I should have had one of them Trish moments. Oh, shit.
It's like, sorry, mom in heaven. My mother hated to hear me curse. It pisses her off. I felt her like coming out the grave like a zombie person from Thriller. Like, I told you about cursing. I felt it. I was like, I'm sorry. Oh God. But I was legitimately excited. I was like, they were smart to start it off with Smooth Criminal because it's a new room to everybody, no matter which one you went to in Germany or New York. Mm-hmm. And they were smart to end it with Billie Jean because thank God that was the most immersive and that was the one that didn't push you out as quickly as the other rooms. So the setup was smart. It was just, like we said yesterday, a little too rushed, but it was the sequence was perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
pull out our stuff. Yeah, you got it. I remember those TVs too because I'm old. LOL. No, believe it or not, I always tell people like, although I'm young, I practically grew up like somebody who was at least born in the 90s. Because when MJ Fangirl was talking about that wooden TV, I was like, I know exactly what the ones where you can you got the knobs and you can change the color. I'm like, I know exactly what you've been talking about. But I like this room because now I'm hearing from Scarlett as well. Like it's bringing back nostalgia. So I feel like they should keep this type of concept going. And people like, oh, like I had this TV, or I remember watching this short film on this television. So I hope they keep that concept. It was nice to see that and to see all the different like underrated short films like Childhood, One More Chance. That was awesome to see. But back to the merch. Now that we got our merch out, the only thing I got was this shirt.
Same.
And then on the
Alright.
back it says Michael Jackson Blue Sapphire Celebration, Las Vegas, Nevada, August 27th to 29th, 2023. And it, where's the comment? It is a bit hard to read if you're not in the right lighting. Like, you can see it on here because the light's like reflecting. But when I was trying to read it and the light wasn't shining on it, I was like trying to move it around. So it would have been nice if they maybe put like a white outline around or a silver outline around the letters
Right.
and the graphic.
It's very pretty when light hits it, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like every time I saw somebody with it. But I agree, you're right about the white, or maybe a silver, iridescent kind of white or something. That would have made it pop. You're right.
Yeah.
This is what the staff wore as well, because New York had the same thing. The shirts the staff wore, they also sold at the Immersive.
Oh, we got MJ Fangirl. Yes, what it is.
MJ Fangirl.
All right. What else did y'all get from the store?
The sweatshirt.
I got the hoodie.
All right, let me get the hoodie
somewhere because I wore it today to work.
You like, yes, guys. I went to Vegas.
Yeah.
Can you believe I stained mine already? I stained it in Vegas. And then my mom was great at getting stains out. Clearly, that's an issue right now. So I'm like,
Awesome?
which one of... Huh?
Do you have Awesome? It's
no,
like this.
That's what works. Actually, I think my mom used to use that.
Yeah.
I'll look that up.
I use OxyClean.
OxyClean? Okay.
Yeah. Oxy? I know it's Oxy.
So I'll show you that. The sweatshirt went for $85. What gravitated me to the shirt was the fact that it was blue. There's not a lot of blue Michael Jackson merch. So as always, these birthday events are special, and I always like to get a souvenir. So
yeah, I was like, I gotta get something because this is a special moment to commemorate this, because it's like a one time, like, of course I feel like they're gonna do more immersive experiences, but this particular type, like the Sapphire Celebration, like 65 is not coming again. So
right.
I was like, let me get something.
That was my thought too. I was like, let me just grab this shirt real quick.
Yeah.
It has all the logos inside the shirt. I just noticed that.
Let me see. Oh yes. Oh wow.
Wait, what logo?
The Michael Jackson
tag.
logo.
All the MJ
I only saw the
logos.
toe stand. That's tight.
Yeah.
No, you can't see it on mine. On yours, yeah, you can see it. I think that's really cool.
Wow, hold on, let me see.
Yep.
That is so cool.
That's like Gucci to us. You know how you have Gucci and Louis? It'd be like, oh, it's a toe stand for me.
It's official. MJ Fangirl says she uses Shout to get her stains out.
I will pick up literally everything you guys suggested, because like to have a stain and you even wear it yet, I don't even know how I got the stain. I was literally in the hotel. I'm like, no food, whatever. I'll get it out. Oh, and the last thing, I think I'm the only one who got the tote. The awesome tote. And I've been using it since I've been home.
Oh, I would use the mess out of that.
Yeah.
If I go back to Vegas, I'm trying to figure out how to get my company. We have an account in Vegas. So now I'm like trying to see if I can get a special assignment to go out there, because that means they'll pay for the hotel, they'll pay for the flight. And then, but then again, we don't even know if it's in the store. You can figure out where the rest of that merch is. Because if I go back, I want to get an extra bag for one of the viewers when we have the membership start. And maybe just get an extra bag in general, because already it's messing up. It's cracking.
Already?
Yeah, I don't know. I wish y'all could see what I'm talking about here.
Is it like peeling?
Not peeling, but cracking.
Wait, like the words or the Michael logo?
Right around here.
I'm
like, what the hell?
They gotta They're gonna charge, what was that, $30 for that?
$30. So that's what I got from the Sapphire. Because, like I said, if I can find a way to get down there, because I usually do like, what do they call those things? Like the booths for my company. It's just they already have a Vegas person, but I'll be like, that person needs help. I'll help them. Trunk shows. We do trunk shows.
Mm.
Yeah, I'll let you guys know maybe in the future how it's aging.
Mm-hmm.
But I like it. I never had a blue bag, so I was just like, "Oh, this is cool." Because the other canvas bag that's colored from Michael Jackson comes from the MJ the Musical gift store, which I highly suggest you guys buy. I just love a color tote bag. It's like you can put a lot of stuff in it. It's easy to pack. It's easy to store.
Yep.
Yeah, it's my favorite kind of bag to collect, but I can't stand the cream and white ones because they get dirty and discolor easily. So I'm like, a color tote, I'm here for it. Like if they ever have a purple one, please give us a purple tote. Did y'all know purple's Prince's favorite color? Random
Mm-hmm.
fact.
I found that out at the
Yeah.
event.
I think he
Yeah,
said that last year at the event too.
he did.
Yeah, because of royalty, like, well, purple, but royalty as well is something he
Mm-hmm.
said about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we need a purple one.
Oh, that could have been an idea. Can we get purple merch?
Right?
If there was one thing that, or maybe multiple things that you would like to see added or changed for another, like the next immersive experience, what would that be?
Bigger.
More time, more space.
Yeah. More rooms.
Yeah.
Yeah, more rooms for sure.
There
Because
was,
Tori, Blood on the Dance Floor is one of my favorite short films, and
yo,
I
they
kind of
could
want to
have did a
experience that.
That would have been good.
with the beach.
That would have
Oh,
been
Oh,
good.
that'd be a great next room. And can we stay in that room?
Yeah.
Please.
right.
Yeah.
We need a hangout room.
I mean, I got the opportunity to sit in the You Rock My World room for a long time. It was
Mm-hmm.
Monday, Tori, after you and Jen left to try to catch up with Trish, Ellie and I kind of backtracked into the Rock My World room and sat down in the chairs, and we kind of talked lady in there. We were like, we're just waiting on our friends to come through. They're coming through right now. And we were able to sit there. We sat there for like a good 10 minutes, not knowing that you guys are stuck outside for the private showing or the
Mm-hmm.
private through. And so we were sitting waiting for you guys, and next thing we know, we were waiting, and John Branca walks past us. So we were like, "Oh, hey!"
Wow. Because I was like, we were just in there, like, because the group that we were with, they were like, "Oh, we got a picture with John Break." I'm like, "Huh?"
Yeah, he came through. With I think Karen was with him too, if I'm not mistaken, and then like two other females. And he was walking through, and Ellie was like, "Oh, there's John." Like Shantae, turn around, there's John. And I turned around, and I was just like, "Hey, John," just like real random, right? And he turned around and was like, "Hey," and gave us both handshakes.
Was
And
he
then we
busting
got
moves?
no, he was just kind of like because we caught him in the Rock My World room, and it was kind of like he just like walked through like checking everything. Like it wasn't like he interacted with it. He was just kind of like nodding his head at like everything that he was able to see.
Oh,
And we were just like, "Hey, John," and he was like, "Hey," and he shook our hands and was like, "Nice to see you. Thanks for coming out." And we were just like, "Well, thank you for allowing this to happen." And that was it. Then we left.
okay.
That's cool.
Yeah. And then we chased him down the escalators to get a picture with him. Like, it was because Ellie wanted a picture, because she has a whole backstory behind it. But we literally was chasing him down the escalator, and her mom and my mom were like chasing us down the escalator. Like, what are they running for? Because we had went out to lunch right before we went through the walkthrough, and so they were like, "Y'all can experience the immersive without us," because both my mom and her mom had already seen it. And so they were like, "We're just gonna try and shop." And so when they seen us come out and seen us like running to the escalator, and they were like running after us, like, "Wait, what are they doing?" We told them we were at the tables. Where are they going? And then that's when they heard me yell, "John, can we get a picture?" And they're like, "Oh."
I tell you, we turn into track stars with certain
Yeah.
experiences. Yeah.
But they were like super nice. Even like one of the young ladies that was with him actually offered to like take the picture of us. She was like, "You want me to take the picture?" And like
That's
I
nice.
was like, "Yeah, yeah." But
Somebody,
unfortunately, I didn't get to see Trish that day because I was hoping to see
I
Trish so I can introduce my mother to you, and it just didn't work out.
We barely saw each other. I was like, what
Yeah,
the?
I had look here. I had a whole situation that weekend. Like
Oh.
my cute shoes did nothing for my feet, so it was terrible. Like Jen, you remember I was talking that whole day. Like my feet hurt.
Yeah.
Like my feet hurt. It
yeah.
was terrible. So that's why I was out of commission most of the weekend. Like I was doing as much as I possibly could.
Mm.
There were times
That's
where
That's
just
why I
me.
had them Sonic sneakers on. I wasn't playing.
Look, but the cute thing about the shoes, they had like the little smooth criminal like dip in them too, and the little small little heel that I had. So it was gonna be really nice with my outfit, and it just didn't work. It
dang.
sucked. Cause Tori, I don't
Mm.
even think you seen that when I put them on that Saturday night. You didn't see that, but if you look at the heel, they got like how they hook into the little prongs to do the lean.
Oh.
It had the hook in it.
Wow.
Unintentionally though. It wasn't like I bought them for that because I didn't know that until
Mhm.
they got delivered. And I was just like, oh, that would have been super
That would have
cool
been
to have.
fire.
Yeah, but after that first day of putting them on, I was like, nope, I'm gonna just put on the silver flip flops instead.
She said, not today,
Dang.
Satan, not today.
I
Yeah,
had blisters all over my feet. It was terrible.
Um,
there were times where she would be like, "Go have fun. Don't let me ruin your fun." I'm like, "No, I'll carry you." But I was like, "Okay."
Like if y'all seen how I was hobbling through my hotel room, like,
oh,
mm-mm.
Dang, we got to do a do over.
For sure, for sure. There's always next year, right?
Yeah.
Lord willing, I really like at first I was like, I'm not gonna go. Like I said, Vegas is not my yearly thing, but
Hmm.
it's slowly becoming a yearly thing.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
how did this
It's
happen? I live
right.
in New
It's to the
York.
point
I
my
don't
family. Oh, go ahead.
right?
I'm sorry. Yeah, my family is even like planning family like vacations around this event now. Not even to do the Michael stuff though, but it's just because that's when I'm going to Vegas, and they're like, "Yeah, we can all go." Not do the Michael stuff, but we can all go.
That's cool though.
Maybe,
My family went
maybe,
to.
Well, if
maybe.
anybody likes Stranger Things, me, Jen, and Tori want to do Stranger Things with a Michael Jackson twist.
Yeah.
And then Tori had something else on mind that I don't want to say live because I'm not sure she's ready to disclose that yet. But like we do want to definitely hit the strip more.
Hmm.
Hmm.
So I'm
Yeah.
down.
There was something before I jump off of this topic. Somebody had a really good. Are they in here? Are they in? I don't think they're in here. But they had a really good suggestion for the immersive experience, specifically for the Earth Song room, and it's course correction. And they said, "I'd love an immersive for Earth Song with a live performance, beautiful forest, animals, and rushing water, with sight, sound, and smells, like sensory things." And then
Mm.
maybe you could run with the stampede or swim with salmon. I could see them having like a pond or something, like a man, maybe like some sort of pond or something like that. And then the next room, experiencing the climate change with heat and loss of the animals. At the end, you have a chance to purchase a tree to be planted or take action for climate change.
Mm.
And then I was like, we could even push that further. We could have, for Earth Song, not for Earth Song, Earth Day, there could be like a Michael Jackson socially conscious immersive experience where,
That would be really cool. And completely unrelated, but slightly related, we could take the opportunity to do something special on Earth Day based on some of Paris Jackson's suggestions.
mm-hmm,
Yeah.
Hmm. Yep.
yeah,
We'll get, we'll be back with something. We got to reach out to AJ and movers and the shakers. I feel like, wait a minute, like there might be something in all this Earth Day stuff.
mm-hmm. There's a lot of, like I always say, the possibilities are endless when it comes to this. So just brainstorm ideas, and then hopefully we can come together with that.
Right now.
This is when me and Jen united. We're reunited.
Oh.
I was like, wait, we gotta get a picture. And then her jacket, oh my gosh, she had like the replica Thriller Letterman jacket. And it was one from Hot Topic. I think they're still selling it. But I was like, oh my gosh. Like, oh man. I know people were just around the world, but I mean, that's literally how moonwalkers are. But now this next slide, this one came out of nowhere. And like, I guess I'll start this off, and then like how this chain of event went, like y'all can hop in. But after this, we ended up going, I think Shantae had to take her mom to the,
I had to take her back to her lift, to the Lyft ride share area, because she was going back to the hotel. And that's when I met up with you and Jen, still upstairs, right outside the Immersive. And then we walked to the MJ1 store together.
Yeah. So after the MJ1 store, which I was like, I spent too much money in, and I took 2 trips to get stuff there. But after that, we were like, okay, let's go to the lobby, because we heard the statue wasn't there and there was something else in place. And that's what we're standing in right now. It's like this photo boxing. So I'm vlogging, showing it, and then all I see is like $69. And I'm like, what do you mean $69? This is how much it costs to take a picture and stand in this box? And they're like, no. And they're like, then Jen start messing with me, like, no, that's how much it costs. Shantae is like, no, that's how much the tickets start off for the show. I'm like, okay, which one of y'all telling me? I'm being all loud. And if you've seen the vlog, I walk slightly, right? And because I'm trying to get a good view of all the pictures around this box. And all I see is like 3 people. I'm like, okay, embarrassing. Like, I don't want them to see me just like recording. And I like stopped, because I was like, that young man looks very familiar. And I was like, nah. And I was like, wait a minute. And I was like, I gotta backtrack. But then Molly saw me, and then that's when it like cut off, because I was like, hi. Yo. It was like a reunion. That was like a reunion within itself right there. Because they just got up and they all were just saying hi, giving us hugs, like we've been old time friends. It was crazy. But how did it go for y'all? Because that was wild.
It was epic. Like, I've never met Prince before. And I didn't see him when you saw him, because I was like standing right in front of the box. I see you waving at someone. I'm like, what's she waving? Oh. I mean, I was like, oh my God, inside, but I played it cool. I think I played it cool.
You did.
You did. No, awesome. You really did.
I was like, oh my goodness. But it was my first time. And they were all so nice. I just couldn't believe what was happening. I'm like, I was not expecting it so soon. Like, I was expecting him to be there, but I expected to see him like at the brunch, just like from afar. Not have that personal moment that we had. That was sent from heaven. Like, we got to talk to him, and it was like you said, a family reunion, like just other, like meeting up with other MJ fans, chit-chatting, and it was awesome for me. I will never ever forget that, ever. That was awesome.
Yeah, we were joking. We were like, this just fell right into our lap. If you know, like it came out of nowhere, because I thought, like, I didn't expect him to be like just walking around or just sitting in the lobby. And I don't know, I was just like, what? And then I was even expecting him, just to talk a little bit, catch up, and maybe ask him some questions. That was that. No, like him, Molly, their friends, like they took their time, they talked to us, and it was awesome. And Jen, like, I always tell her, like, girl, I almost forgot it was your first time meeting him because you played it so chill. Like, I forgot. I was like, oh my gosh. And so, like, I asked her after, like, we parted ways. I was like, girl, how was that? And then, like, she basically just, like, told me what she told y'all. But, yeah. What was that like for you, Shantae?
It was cool. Walking up, I definitely sat my bag next to them on the bench and didn't pay any attention to them, which again, on the lives, I tell y'all all the time, I don't pay attention to stuff. It's terrible that I say that out loud, but like I'm not like fully focusing on stuff. So I'm sitting my bag down. Then I hear, as I'm looking in the box, I hear Tori say, "Oh, hi." And like I look like, who's she talking to? Same thing like Jen, like who's she talking to? And like, and then I see Prince and he's standing up. And I'm like, oh, I'm like, hi. I'm like, it's Tinkerbell from Thriller Nights. And so I give him a hug. And as I'm giving him a hug, Molly was like, oh, it's Tinkerbell. So then we hug.
Oh, she
And then,
remembered you.
yeah. And it was so funny because I still had on my Google Drive the picture of us that she, Prince, and I took last year on the red carpet. And I still had that up, and I was like, "That's so funny." And then the young lady that was with them, she was like, "I love your shirt," and I was like, "Oh, sorry, made it." And then like it was a whole thing. She was like, "She made that for you," and I was like, "Yeah, she makes shirts all the time." Like I'm plugging her like I always do, and I'm like, "Yeah, she made." She's like, "That is a cool shirt." And then we started talking about the quote on the back because my quote was a little bit different than Tori's. Um, Mine was I just did good business. And she actually liked that. And then we started talking to Prince and just, because he started asking like, what have you guys been doing? He started asking about the Funko Pops, if we had any of them, and he's talking about how he needed to buy a few, and it was cool. And then we got on the subject of Neverland. Like it was like a whole thing. Like Jen, no, seriously, like when Tori says Jen did amazing, like she played it so cool. Like I didn't even know it was her first time meeting Prince. I was like after when I found that out, I'm like, really? Like, 'cause she was like super chill about it, and it was a good experience. And they took like we were talking to them for a good 20 or 30 minutes, and it was just like cool. And it was kind of like, and now in hindsight, I feel like he was hinting at who was going to be at the meet and greet, but didn't say it outright. Because he was just like, yeah, we're just out here meeting family because, my Uncle Jackie lives here, my Uncle Tito lives here. And it was just kind of like fast forward to meet and greet, and Jackie's there.
Yeah.
Which we got to unpack that one. Oh my gosh. Oh man. But after we parted ways from this wonderful meeting, somebody asked about the book fairy project. And the book fairy like project was created by, it was already like a thing, but the Michael Jackson book club wanted to put on their own like book fairy project for his birthday. So they chose and we got one of our MJ book club members right here, Butterflies. And they put on their own project and they chose humanitarian. So basically, like I explained before, they chose this book by Paul Dwyer because it shows the side of Michael that, the media likes to overlook, his selfless efforts and stuff. So I was just like, okay, I know I want to put this in a Michael Jackson related location. I just didn't know. I was like, it'll hit me at the right time. So I was like, I got to put it in this box because I know fans are going to come by, or like people who are interested to see what this is. They're going to come by. And yeah, so we went back later that night and the book was still there, but I noticed that it was messed with. Like somebody was flipping the pages and reading, like it had that like bend to it, like somebody was reading the pages or like looking at it. So I think they thought that, pick it up, read it, and then leave it. But we went back the next day and the book was gone. So I don't know what happened to it.
Well, I got funny stories connected to Funko, Prince, and Molly. Look what I brought recently. It's yes.
Oh my gosh.
That's I said. Oh, she remembered.
What? I gotta get that.
That's so cool.
They should make a version of her with like glitter, like the Pixie Dust.
Yeah, these are actually special too. Their 70th anniversary. Maybe I'll do a video about it. But I was just like, oh, how cute. it's
Oh
Prince
my
and Molly.
god! Wow.
Actually, they need to get those Funkos. Prince
Uh
and Molly, I don't know if you watch this channel or any of our channels. Pick up the Funko Twinkle Bell and Peter Pan. You guys were adorable.
huh.
Very much so.
Team Tinkerbell.
Let me see. Oh, Butterfly said mission accomplished. And L said there's a Michael Jackson book club. Yeah, there is. They actually have a Facebook group.
Hmm.
And you can follow them on Twitter and Instagram. Their page is called Books About MJ. And on Facebook it's called Michael Jackson Book Club. So
Sorry, maybe you should do a live featuring them because this is everyone's not aware of the things that you're aware of, and I think that's something that really should be highlighted. Maybe a book club, and maybe see if we can get some special guests. My channel, your channel, we'll figure that out.
mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's a great book club, and the people, everyone's lovely.
Yeah,
There's a
they're
community
awesome.
mm-hmm.
I honestly didn't even see that bad thing.
That's where the Michael Jackson statue used to be.
Yeah, that box. It's like it's the set of like the show, like the bad performance of the show. That's why it went off like at the like it played the beginning of the song during my video. I was like, "Ooh, copyright, let me get out." But yeah. She said she's a okay. We'll let you know. We'll let you know. It'd be nice to highlight that and give more exposure. Didn't see either. Oh, you talking about like the lobby, like the box? I was just
Troy
Okay.
tried to take me, and it was just that night. We were just walking around like we were up since 9 in the morning to like midnight, and our feet were just like we're done.
Mm-hmm.
But Troy tried. She tried to take me there twice.
And it was a lot going on. It was a lot.
I didn't think anything was in there because I had passed it when I was walking to the ride share location with my mom, and I was just like, "Mom, that's where the statue used to be." I just thought they took it down and didn't do any of that until we got there. So, because remember when we were walking up, I was like, "The statue's not there." It didn't.
Yeah.
I miss a statue.
I do too.
Yeah.
I do. I like the way they revamped it last year. Like they revamped it and then they like took it away, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
I like that they put it under the skylight, like it was like right in the middle of a skylight, and so like if the sun was shining, it shined down on the statue, and even in the moonlight. Because Tori, remember last year we went back to it at night, and we got pictures of it like with the moon and stuff. So I like that aspect of it. Why did they move it? Does anybody know?
We never know.
It could have been
too.
Oh, I was just gonna guess, like it was on loan from the estate, so they could have took it back to use it for something, but I don't know.
The girl
or probably keep it preserved. Maybe
the girl from the MJ1 store said it was because they were gonna put a Christmas tree there, so they took it out and never put it back. That's what she told me.
So y'all created a whole new.
It was brand new. They revamped it. I mean,
yeah. Okay.
That would have been a cool thing for the fans to been at. Like, even if we had we have a lot to work on next year. Just we need to create our own magic. Cause even if we were at the box with the speaker like we were last year, we could have danced. We just could have. They just let us have. We were so free last year, and I'm like that. I do miss. So it was just like this is still my best birthday experience ever. But I felt like we just didn't have enough time to be with each other. I didn't see Shantea. I barely saw my sisters. It was just like, wait, we got to be here a little bit longer, even if it's like an extra day or two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, things to think about.
Oh.
Well, next year. Oh, I have something. Next year, because next year is a leap year, right? So. So what if so that means because his birthday was on a Tuesday this year, so next year it'll be on a Thursday versus a Wednesday, and then that would actually kind of lead into like Labor Day weekend for a longer weekend there if they do the events leading towards the weekend after his birthday versus before. So that might be a way for us to
Right.
all.
I'll probably
Mhm.
leave Saturday because Saturday's very expensive to be in Vegas, hoping the flight's not expensive to go home. But if it's
Mhm.
planned right and you book early, I think I have at least one flight for free. Like I said, if I get my company on a special mission, just let me know, guys. I'll be like, I know Tori wants, no, Shelly wants another bag. Tori, what do you want if I go back? You want your bag replaced? The one from MJ1 store?
I want that glove. The
You
light up.
still didn't get the glove?
Really?
You didn't get the
No,
glove?
I should have. I spent a lot of money. It was a reckless amount. I don't even want to talk about it. I can't. It's like the equivalent of your parents saying, "Show me your grades." For those who like grew up in the age of you can not get away with stuff because your parents can check your grades online, and it's like I don't
Ah,
look at it. I know it's bad, so
aw.
it's bad. But yeah, next time, next time. I forgot about this. We went to the Montecristo house, and this is the one I was trying to go to. We were trying to go last year, but for whatever reason, like the lift that me and Shantae took, it took us to a part where it was like a gate and you needed a code. So I was like, oh, that makes sense. Rich people neighborhood, need a code to get in. So we were like, okay, take us to the Palomino house. So we went to the Palomino house, and then I talked to Jen, and she was like, no, you can get in. I was like, what? I was like, I thought it was closed off. And then we just did it this year. I don't know. We didn't have to tell the guy or anything. He found it. Biggest shock to me was that they had my man's out there on the corner with his little kids.
Straight corner.
A corner at an intersection. I'm like, y'all did not have him and his children. I heard that like that. But it was a very nice like house. This is the one where he gave the kids like Kenya for Christmas, and it was like I was like, don't cry, don't cry. Like, but it was finally nice to like be at this place and see it. The neighborhood was like really quiet, and I was just like there. I know we were like talking about it while we were there. Like, could you just imagine how fed up the neighbors were with the fans?
They
Oh
were
my
like,
gosh.
please. Like, remember that show? It's an old show. Roger, go home. Sister, sister. Roger, go
Go
home. Moonwalkers, go home.
Right.
It was literally us. AJ wants to know what hotel we stayed in.
Lexar.
Tori and I were at the Alara. It's a Hilton hotel.
Ooh.
I think it was bougie. I was like, girl, how much this is? But it was nice. It was really nice. It was like a really big space. So if y'all ever want like a resort, like a relaxation type hotel that don't smell like cigarettes, go there. It doesn't have a casino either. In the basement, the ride share smells. They're like, I don't know if they're pumping a fragrance in the air. It smells so good. I'm like,
Tori's been speaking about that this whole time. Every time, like, it just smells so good right here. Every time we would go there, it smells so good.
I stayed at the Luxor because you don't have to go outside. You can just walk down like a hallway and you see like Mandalay Bay right there and the MJ1 store in the theater. So like for fans that don't want to go outside, Luxor or Mandalay Bay is right there. And I think Excalibur
is the next one over.
Excalibur. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it's right there.
Can't you take the tram from those?
Yeah. Yeah, that too.
That's nice.
So
I wish I can afford the Mandalay Bay. That would be awesome.
I'm telling you. I keep telling people, oh, you went to Mandalay Bay? You rich. What you mean by
you
rich?
It's literally like double, sometimes triple the price from the Lexar. You're like, dang.
I know someone who stayed at Mandalay Bay during the event.
And
they said it was very convenient because they were able to like quickly run upstairs and get stuff and then come back down or change and all that good stuff.
But the
So
question is it worth it? We need someone to do a room tour and say, hey, is this worth the extra money?
I will say I did hear that you know how like most of the time when you go into hotels and stuff, you can use the mini fridge that is in there. As long as you like if it is stocked with stuff, as long as you don't drink that stuff, they don't charge you for it. Well, from my understanding, what I heard is that even if you just use it for your own personal items, they charge you for it at Mandalay Bay.
Yeah, in
Mm.
Vegas, like
Yeah.
at the fancier hotels, if you so much as touch one of those items in there, you're getting charged.
Yeah.
Somebody says it's not. Haha, spend it on Michael merch. All right. We're saying at the Luxor.
Uh, the refrigerators are censored. Oh, so
Mhm.
y'all can't just give me a fridge. Y'all can pay for these sensors. Y'all can't give me no fridge. Like, dang, a microwave, something.
No,
Like,
most of
oh
the time
man.
you do have to pay for the refrigerator. So I got lucky. I asked for a medical refrigerator, which is really, really small. And I
Mhm.
put my sandwiches in there, but only two sandwiches could fit. It's a tiny refrigerator. So if we're staying for like, say, days, I might have to reconsider like how am I going to store the food? Or maybe just have the food. It's tricky because me and Tori saw Walgreens up the block. So maybe you might want I do hummus lettuce sandwiches. So you would probably have to buy the hummus when you're in Vegas because the hummus might be considered a butter and you can't bring
Mhm.
butters on a carry-on. Um we definitely got to figure some stuff out. Cause I was like, I'm
Well,
still going to bring food from home. I'm not spending $20 to $40 per meal. Like that's not happening.
yeah. Well, the person they got around it by I don't know if I should say this on live or not, but
Don't get nobody in trouble now.
no, I'm not even saying who the person is. But they went and got ice from the ice machine
Uh-huh.
and like packed the sink with ice, and then they put their stuff that
Oh.
way.
Now that's
Yeah.
you're right. And
Yeah.
Alexa has that feature too. Haha.
Mhm.
Cause it's like I'm with this person who said about merch. I'd just rather have the merch. Cause the way I eat minimum, that's 2 meals. So we're averaging, let's say $30 per meal. That's $60 per day in food. And we're
Mhm.
trying to be there 4 to 5 days this time, right?
Mhm.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Friday, so 5 full days. Yeah, you got that's a lot of money. But
Someone said, get a cooler.
Yeah.
yeah,
And
yeah,
pack
yeah.
up ice too.
Yeah.
That
Or
works.
the Dollar Tree bag, like the ice cold Dollar Tree bag. And
Yes.
Walmart's not that far from Michael's Palomino house. So and it's less expensive than Walgreens. I've done it before, so that's why I know.
Mhm.
I'm
Cheryl
with you.
said when I asked the Mandalay Bay why the rooms are so expensive, they said because of the convention. Also, Bruno Mars and Beyonce were there, and Adele. It was
Yep, Adele was there too.
in which I gotta get into because that was that night, Lord. Uh, Teresa says I booked a suite at the Luxor with full size refrigerator, but they get what?
Huh? How?
Did they give you your money back? I feel like I remember you saying like they
They
compensated you
comped it
some
with
way.
food, right? They comped it with food and drinks.
Hmm,
Mm.
interesting.
I mean, we tried it.
So was it this night? I think it was this night. Yeah. So this night was the same night, and I think that was the first night Beyonce was performing. So me and Jen went back to the Mandalay Bay, and like we were handing out. I don't have the flyer on me. Actually, I do. I'm gonna pull it out. But me and Jen were trying to go and hand out, like flyers to the people leaving the show, and we handed a few out. I don't have. Where is it at? I don't have it. But yeah, I was handing them out. Oh, you got it. Thank you. So these 1 billion for Thriller flyers because we got a fan campaign coming up shortly, and we were just out there roaming around. That's the night when we went to go check if the book was still there, and it was. And we were just like having a free for all. I will say it's ironic because I felt free in a sense where, like, you know, like you said, Trish, we can we last year it was like, you know, we had the speaker, we were out there, like fans were just, you know, we just were like free, da, da, da. This year I felt free in a sense of like I was just like freely roaming around at ungodly hours, just like walking around. I was out till 3 a.m. this day. It was, I don't even remember what all happened. I do remember. Well, you want to take the story away?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
So we decided to go because what it's weird because we ended up, I don't know. It's when it comes to these like Jackson events, it's always situations in terms of like a butterfly effect. Like, okay, do we go here or here? And then there are times where you pick going somewhere and then just like crazy things happen. So we were gonna go to, I think, the lobby. I'm gonna call it the statue spot because that's all I can think of it as. So we were gonna go there, but then we were just like, we should just go to the this smooth criminal thing and do the lean because I didn't get to do it last year. I didn't even know it was there. So mind you, this thing is like far away from like far. Well, not far. It's farther away, like tucked behind.
It's like at a random place. It's like on the way to the pool or something.
I was like, okay. So we're trying to do this lean. Jen does it, and then it's about to be my turn to do it. And I'm like, I happen to look to like the people walking by, and I was like, oh my God, Jen, is that Dante Jackson? And she's like, yes, I think it is. And so I heard he's kind of like reserved. And I was like, you know, should I go up and say hi? Like, what do I do? And so he's just walking. And so she's like, do it. And so I'm like, okay. And, you know, I'm like, excuse me. And he doesn't hear me. So I say it again. And he turns around and he sees me. And I'm like, hi, are you Dante? Fully knowing that that's him. Yo, let me tell you something about the Jacksons. They gonna shake your hand, give you a hug, give you dap, a high five, something. He shakes my hand. He's like, yeah, hi. And like, you know, I told him, I think he asked like where we were from. And that's another thing when they like compliment what like one person in the group is wearing or like what they have, they're going to compliment the whole group. So like, he was like, I like your hair. He told Jen that he liked her jacket. I was like, oh my God, like this is crazy. Then he says, I'll be at the event on Tuesday. I was like, how did you even get out here in this public anyway? Hold on. Was somebody saying something?
No, I didn't see him on Tuesday.
He showed up to the show. He was at the show, and then that's Jen and I end up getting a picture with him after the show. He was walking out of the MJ1 store.
He's just walking around, just all casual, and I was like, "You're Dante Jackson." What in the world? I didn't get a picture with him that night because I was like, "You on the move? I'm just thank you, have a good night." And then we went into the smooth criminal thing, stood there, and I freaked out. I was like, "What is that?" And like my hands was all shaking. Like I was like, "Jen, what in the world?"
Yeah, that was random and a random amazing moment. Again, same day too.
Mm-hmm. So it was like two crazy like coincidences. Like I don't think it was a coincidence, but just like crazy moments that went down that way. But yeah, it wasn't. I don't think I got back to the hotel until like 3 a.m. Mm-hmm. Then I didn't go to bed until 4 a.m. because I was like trying to linger and wait for the rideshare to clear up because the Beyonce concert had just let out. It was overwhelming, but we met some cool fans, and it was nice to see like people. It's like I feel like we're so spread out. Like, you know, you have your casual fans, but the fans that we were running into were diehard fans, and I was like, oh my goodness, this is great. Like, there's more of us than I think there is. But the next day, we were also just hanging around this day at like the Mandalay Bay, chilling and whatnot. So Jen said that she saw this drink place across the way and it was advertising something Michael. So I was like, okay. And she was like, this is the spot. And so we see the sign, and then I'm like, oh, they got alcohol in there. I was like, you know what? Let me ask. I said, can I do this without alcohol? The girl's like, yeah, sure. I'm like, okay, cool. I don't think they put alcohol in it. I didn't feel no weirdness or nothing like that. I don't know how I'm supposed to feel, but no, it was good. I got the chiller, and you can see the ingredients on there. Let me see if I can make it bigger. It's supposed to have blueberry vodka, blueberry and coconut daiquiri, and huckleberry syrup. That was really good. Which one did you get?
I got the. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I got a Thriller, but mine had chocolate. That kind of. But it was all right.
I got the chiller, but I see they took off the whipped cream to accommodate my dairy sensitivity, and I think he had to take out 2 ingredients to make it. It was really good. I actually wanted another one, just never had time to go back.
I got the chiller with alcohol.
Was it good with the alcohol?
It was. Honestly, you couldn't even taste that it had it in there.
Mm-hmm.
But it was really good. But I didn't even finish it because I was cold. I'm anemic, and drinking it, I was just like, nope. So I drank as much as possible before I was like, okay, I can't do this anymore. But it was really, really good. As soon as I seen the Thriller and I seen it had chocolate in it, I was like, that was not for me. I hate chocolate. And I was like, never mind.
Same. I'm not a fan of it.
I love chocolate, but it just wasn't for me.
It wasn't. It was like the Thriller was not. I'll say the one critique I have about the chiller is that it was too sweet. The Thriller was sweet, but it wasn't like overly bearing like the chiller was. The only thing is, I wish they didn't have that chocolate in there. They could have had like something else in place, or just kept it out of there in general.
Yeah, the way they incorporated the chocolate in there was kind of weird. If they wanted to have like some type of chocolate flavor, they probably should have did chocolate liqueur or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like instead of actual chocolate or fudge or whatever they use.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like, I hope they do something like this again next year, though. They never want to be there. Why not? And if they want to step it up, put like a souvenir cup. Just saying. State reach out to each other.
Yeah, they need to do it again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I liked the fact that there was a drink design just for us.
Yeah.
I might as well just respond to it on here. Sorry. Wasn't Prince holding that flyer in your? Yeah, I was like, hey, Prince, could you hold this flyer in the picture? He was like, yeah, sure. I'm like, you go, and I gave him like more to pass out, and Prince is awesome. He's awesome. I'll have to get into that one.
He is.
Yeah, they need to go back and do this. They need to go back and do this again next year. They could even do like different ones.
Mm-hmm.
That would be fun. I don't know how they would do it, like with other stuff that they would do. But they got a year. They got a year to brainstorm.
I think they should have promoted it a little bit better because like the sign was so small that you wouldn't notice it if you weren't already going over there.
Yeah, Tori had to tell me about it. If she didn't tell me, I think I would have walked right past it.
Yeah, no, Tori told me about it too, and that's when I was like, okay, I gotta get it, but I wouldn't have thought about it at all. And it's so weird because my mom got a drink from there, but that little sign wasn't there when she did it. So I don't know when they put it up, but or maybe I ignored it on what was that, Sunday? But yeah, they could have promoted it a little better. Because remember, my mom was right there when we got out of the Immersive event. She was buying a virgin pina colada. So, but I don't remember seeing that on Sunday.
Well, maybe they waited till like the next day to do it or later. But it was thanks to Jen that I saw it or like knew anything about it. But I guess I should say the name. It's the -5 Ice Bar at the Mandalay Bay, up the escalators, like basically where the immersive experience was.
It was literally like the minute you come out, it was right there.
Mm-hmm.
They knew.
That was just smart marketing on their behalf, but you're right. It wasn't like in your face.
Mm-hmm.
Or what they should have did when they saw us come out the immersive, be like, hey, we got a trailer. You know, like they should have had someone saying, we have this. Check it out.
Yeah.
It was so cheap compared to New York. I think the drink without alcohol was like under $9. I'm like, whoa, that's real cheap compared to New York. I was like, yes.
Mhm. I mean, even with the alcohol, it was affordable.
How much was an
Like
alcohol drink? That's a good
14.
question.
It was
Okay,
14, which is relatively cheap for
for
alcohol.
alcohol, yeah.
Hmm.
I
What was that?
appreciate that. So
Um, well, they were, but you could get the alcohol taken out of them. What were we
Mm-hmm.
saying?
I appreciate that they because sometimes like if you buy like an alcoholic drink and you just take out the alcohol, they'll still charge you the same price. I appreciate that it was cheaper without the alcohol.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, y'all gonna get my money next year. Could just do one of these themed Michael drinks. Y'all got my money because they were really nice to us. The girl was like, "You want whipped cream?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah." She like did it with the
Mhm.
drizzle on there. I was like, "Okay." I'm shocked that she didn't do it for. Well, I don't know if the recipe called for whipped cream on the Thriller.
I said no whipped cream. I
Oh,
didn't like
Oh,
it.
okay.
Yeah.
so I didn't miss nothing having no whipped cream.
I didn't have whipped cream on mine either.
Okay.
No,
And
I
I
really, huh?
the sign. So I went on Sunday and the sign was there. So I'm like, oh my god, because I saw like the MJJ production logo, but then they took it
Okay.
off when I think we
Hmm.
walked by there and it wasn't there anymore. I'm like, I could have sworn I saw it. I'm not going crazy, but
Mm.
then I guess the next day they put it back. I'm like, look the sign.
Hmm.
Yeah. They could have did this. Like I said, they had signage for other stuff that was going on at that little bar. Because I remember when I went up there, they were promoting a private event
Hmm.
right there too. So like, if you were promoting a private event, you could have promoted the drinks on the other side just as
Yeah,
big. You know.
they could have.
Yeah. Because I wouldn't have seen that. Because again, I don't pay attention to nothing. So.
I wouldn't have seen it either. Like I said, it was thanks to Jen. All right. What's next? Okay, so I guess I don't even remember how I made this thing, this slideshow. So I'm just kind of going with the flow of what it's telling me the story. It was so much. So we get into the next day, which is Tuesday, and we all made it into the brunch, thankfully. Um, and it was a lot of people this year. It was a lot of people, and okay, I was thinking about doing a video about how I made the jacket, but those are my influences on the jacket. The reference picture of Michael in the Letterman, it was originally red, but somebody made it blue. So I was like, oh, ding ding ding. I could just go off of that. And then I always loved like the LA gear look. So I just went off of that for like the ripped jeans in the shoe portion. So those are my influences for that. And thank y'all so much.
It is awesome jacket.
It's getting hot. I might take this thing off though. But yeah. So the brunch, I was stressed because I had an Uber and the Uber wasn't moving. So I'm like, okay, let me call this guy because I got until 10:15 to get here. And he's like, "Hi, I'm so sorry." Like he immediately knew. He was like, "I'm so sorry, I'm stuck in traffic." I was like, "It's not your fault. It's not your fault." And I was like, "Okay, why is there traffic here?" And it's never been traffic. Like it was like early in the morning. I was like, okay. So I was like getting nervous, and I'm like calling Jen and Shantae, and I'm like, "Yo, I don't want to miss this." I started crying. I was like, I it was a battle with this whole brunch situation. I was like, if I miss this, I'm gonna be so mad. And I made it, thank God. And they were like, okay, like we're about to get in the door. So I'm like speed walking through the Mandalay Bay. But I made it, walked in, and I was like getting flashbacks of last year. It was great. Um, I don't know. How was the brunch for y'all? Just like walking in, overall experience.
Overwhelming. It was overwhelming. It was, oh God. It was literally like how Thriller Night was. Like Thriller Night, the first time I was perfectly fine. The
Mm-hmm.
second time, same thing. First brunch, cool. Second one, I was just overwhelmed. I think I was just trying to capture everything instead of like just focus on just eat Trish, you know. So, and the irony is, I didn't really eat because I had to capture. So it's just like, that's the only thing about a vlogger I don't like, is that you really don't get to experience things because you're trying to capture it.
Yeah.
So I was just like,
I felt that way too because it was a lot going on, unexpected surprises happening, and I'm like, okay, I have to capture this. I finally sat down and like started trying to eat, and then something happened because I was gonna go back and get food, and something happened, and then I was like, forget the food, like
I think the boys walked in. The minute BG, Prince, and Miles came in, I was like, "Oh, food's over."
I think I started eating after they came in, but
Oh, you're
something happened.
lucky.
I don't remember what it was. I don't remember. It was just too much happening. Um yo, I was like, Prince, like my jacket. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm gonna get into that comment, Teresa, because yep, I missed the brunch. We gotta completely rethink how we're gonna sign up for the brunch next year because it was crazy. How would you rate the food?
Oh,
You know
my
what?
case, all I had was fruit. The fruit was fresh. That's all I got for you.
I
Did
didn't
you
eat at all.
Neither did I. I did not
just?
eat,
Mm-mm. I
and
was
I
more or
didn't
less
eat.
walking around looking for drinks. I was thirsty that whole morning.
And the juice was not it for me, in my opinion.
Which one did you have?
The orange one, and somebody had said yesterday was turmeric and something
Yeah,
else.
Ginger
turmeric and
and
ginger
Oh, I
I
think it was
loved
orange
it.
juice.
Nothing.
and citrus, I think, if I'm
Yeah.
not mistaken. I had the red one, which was I think it had beet juice in
Mhm.
it.
Mhm.
I like that one. And then I was more or less looking for water, and they had the water like hidden off to the side,
Yeah.
and it was
Yeah.
weird. Cause I asked the lady, I was like, "Where, like, do you guys have bottled water?" They was like, "No, but we have a water station right around the corner." And I'm like, "Outside, like outside the doors." And I never went to it until like the end of the day, the end of the brunch, and got some water. It was weird.
Yeah.
I barely ate. The only good thing I had two good things. The croissant cold, hard. They could have had it on a warmer or something. I'm sorry. I'm like, or give us a microwave. I was like, you got a toaster, microwave. The the apple Danish thingy, really good. Once again, can we get a toaster, microwave? Like that would have took it up a level. The the egg the egg bite was probably like my favorite thing, but
Okay.
it was not on the level of last year. And once again, I'm sorry, y'all. I know I didn't intentionally lie to y'all, but I was just giving a rundown of what they had last year.
No, listen, but this is a same exact thing for Thriller Night. First Thriller Night food was better than the second time we went. So what we've learned in these two things is don't have any expectations. We just don't know what they're going
Right.
to do each year from year to year. Like this whole Vegas thing, this is only their third brunch, and this is like something new altogether. We don't, I wasn't at the first one, but I had a completely different feedback from Melanie and who went to the brunch. So I feel like don't have any expectations moving forward. It's just like, and we were very, very candid yesterday. We were very candid. Like some people were really happy about our honesty. I'm like, no, we're never going to lie to you. We know we're spending our hard-earned money, and we want you guys to know, what we really experience without sugarcoating stuff.
Yeah. And if anything, our hope is like, I don't know if the estate is watching for sure, but if they come across it, like, we say this in hopes of getting things to be better next time.
Mm-hmm.
Cause, I love the events. I love this event that they put on. Um, you got a lot of bang for your buck. I will
For
say that.
sure.
All you
Mhm,
got to do is buy a ticket to the show the day of. Um,
mhm.
Tracy said, "Can you submit requests if you have a special diet? If not, maybe make a suggestion to the event planners next year."
Yeah.
That's the thing. I wish they would give us a survey like, oh, we noticed you, you know, you, or like they have our emails for the brunch because they even sent a clarifying email after we all signed up. So it'd be like,
Mm.
oh, like maybe what type of food would you like to see next year,
Right.
or something like that.
Even if it's something you like, like what do they call it? Like finger food, just something you can
Hmm.
quickly bite. Since there's so much going on, like even cheese and crackers would be fine. You just grab a couple. Not like the what was it, the bagel one? I don't even know
The
what they
bagel
had.
sandwich.
Yeah, that's too much, and they didn't have a drink for me, so I couldn't eat
Hey, I'm
it.
here
That's
for the
why I was like,
bagel
I
sandwich.
like the oatmeal as a possibility because I was gluten free and vegan, and you would have to just add the toppings that you. I don't
Hmm.
know because I
Yeah,
was
I
like, they
like
had
that last
oatmeal
year.
last year. I had the oatmeal last year. I loved it.
I did too. And I
You
like
know.
oatmeal bars in general
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
because
They
you can
need
make
to
it your own.
the they need to have somebody walking around like, did you eat? You need to eat because we were not eating. Like, oh man, I'm so sad about the food. I was bummed. Yeah,
Me
like
too.
I don't see why they wouldn't have like vegan options if they did the year before.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Hmm.
don't backtrack, please don't. You know?
I remember for the burrito, they only had four, so you had to ask somebody from the staff if they had any vegan options, then they would come out. And then for everyone, they had oatmeal. So I had oatmeal and I had the vegan burrito, and then she gave me the other burrito because I was like, clearly nobody asked for it. I was like, can I get the other one? And that was about it. So I was just like, oh, that's
Mm.
surprising that that wasn't an option this year.
Did
Like,
you ask
minimum. Of
for?
course I asked. I was starving.
Because I was like, I I don't know what they were doing this year.
I think it was
Hopefully,
just a lot going on, like legitly.
yeah.
Because first you had to, the bodyguards making sure all three of the guys were okay. They had more Jacksons there, Jackie, Brandy, everyone was there, but just a lot more going on.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Um, and they had the immersive, so it's just like I could see why breakfast wasn't as much as a priority when they were giving so much stuff to us.
Hmm.
So I was like, oh, I can kind of see why it wasn't such a focus when so many other things were added.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That picture. It was so nice meeting you, MJ fangirl. I was like, oh my gosh, that was like a surprise. Like I saw like your friend group coming in. I saw Rocky. I saw Honey, Shelly, Trish, and then MJ fangirl. I was like, oh my gosh. It was like full circle moment. But I didn't leave to get food. I was hungry. Yeah, and it was like you had to go up the escalator, like go out, go up the escalator, and that's where the food was. And it was one of those moments where like you don't want to leave because you don't want to miss anything, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And I'm glad I went that route this year because
It clearly paid off.
it did. It really did.
For those that are vloggers who just want to capture anything, you're going to have to bring a lot of extra batteries with you and wear the most comfortable but cutest shoes that you could find. Like Crocs is, thanks to Prince, Janet Jackson, and Marlon, Crocs is officially a Jackson item. So, like Cheryl had Michael Jackson Crocs. So
Hmm.
be comfortable. You could be cute and comfortable. So I know Converse is a, let me see, Austin Brown and Paris Jackson reference.
Ooh, I love me some Converse
Jen
too.
actually had Paris Jackson's Converse on.
Yeah, and Janet's too, the one that she used for Together Again tour, like the picture ops. Yeah, they
Yo,
were comfortable. I felt like
Hmm.
walking on clouds. They're a great option.
Mm.
they're making Converse with like memory foam in them now. Like the old ones, I still got like old pairs before like the memory foam, and they are not comfortable. But those black ones that I did for Janet's concert, I wore them for Vegas, and it was so comfortable.
I think the ones that I had were memory foam. They were, oh, I love them.
They need to keep it up. All right. So special guests. First person we saw was Miles. And we saw him when he walked in. It was like so funny because we were like, it's Miles. And he was doing like a birthday message video to Michael. And we were like, okay, let's wait to get a picture. Then there was Prince had walked in. That was the next one. And then they had like their reunion moment. And then all I hear is, there's BG. And I'm like, where? And we heard he was there at the Immersive, like he went through the day before. But I didn't know he was going to go to the brunch. I was like, wait, BG's here? And we were just like standing there like calm. We were trying to be calm or whatever. And it was kind of chaotic because like we said last night, it wasn't lines and it was all over the place. I'm not going to lie. But the love was there. The love was there. You feel the love. You feel the love. But how was the meet and greet experiences for everybody? Great.
Beyond awesome.
Great.
It was good.
It was awesome.
It was really good.
Were you guys able to like talk to any of them? Like I wasn't able to talk to Miles really at all because he was signing stuff and
I got a few words in with him. Just, hi. I don't know why I do it. I always introduce myself like, hi, I'm such and such.
No,
and
that's
then
good though.
I know. And so I spoke to him, gave him a hug, and then I asked if he could sign my playbills. And he said, yeah. And as he was signing them, I was talking to him and I said, like, I went to the show in February. Unfortunately, I didn't get to see you. I seen, the stand-in. And he was like, okay, he's good too. And I was like, well, yeah. And then after that, I was like, do you mind if we take a picture? And that's how I got my selfie with him.
That's awesome. I didn't get to see Miles.
Really?
He signed all 3 of my playbills too. Each one of them.
I don't even do it. My stuff is like, oh wait, I do have my playbill. The only thing was like he had his pen. He's like, they had his pen. And I was like, let me put my golden Sharpies and stuff away because
my camera's inverted, but he signed the 3 that I had for him to sign. He signed them all.
That was smart because when Miles won, after a certain point, Miles stopped signing those. So
really,
and it's crazy. Tori told me she was going to bring hers, but I was like, I don't know if he's going to sign it. And now looking back, I should have did that because I met him in New York, but they said no signing.
Really?
So that was really smart of you guys.
Oh, I came prepared. I had books for other Jacksons just in case they showed up. I was like, I'm bringing everything.
Yo, I had to leave one of my books at the hotel. I was like, y'all felt my tote bags. Thank you to the honorary tote bag holder, because I know that joker was heavy.
If I ever meet BG again, I would like him to sign the picture of us with me, him, and Sonic. I really like that picture.
Oh my God, you should get it printed.
I really do. I was just like, oh, I get all the Jackson pictures. I get them all printed. Most of them in the background in the office.
I got to get mine printed.
Every single one.
Yeah, I got him to sign my postcard right here.
See, I bought the postcard, but I didn't end up using it. Now, why did that just flip on me like that? That's creepy. All right, let me see.
Oh, as an observation, go back to your picture with the guys. Because some people wasn't reading. What's Tori saying? Read the room. Prince is hugging Tori. Miles is hugging Tori. Look at BG's body language. Some people were trying to hug him. Read the room, y'all. He's not a hugger.
The room.
He's not a hugger.
He's not.
So it's just like, especially like we said, one of the biggest things Jacksons have in common is germaphobes. He might even be huggerphobe. Don't read their language. That's very important because that could be, indications if he's willing to do this again. Like, pay attention to these little cues. They're called social cues.
I will say, wait for them to reach out, shake your hand, high five you, hug you first,
or ask, "Can I hug you?"
Yeah, more than likely, depending on like which Jackson is comfortable, they will do it. Like many of them shook my hand. I was like, whoa, like Crazy. I wanted to let me highlight this one. BG was cool in all his pics. Me and Prince are, I mean, he and Prince are so humble. I didn't get humble energy at all from Miles Frost, but I'm sure he's a nice guy. I loved his performance in the musical. He's a Tony winner, I guess, but still, that's an interesting observation because I feel like it might have been hard for Miles to interact because everything was happening like so fast. And I think like, yeah, it was his mom there, right? It was his mom, and who was the
Yeah,
other lady?
His
I think
aunt.
that was his. Oh, that was his aunt. I thought it was his sister.
Yeah, like I did notice like they were like trying to get him through the crowd or like trying to like
Mm.
speed up the process. Like I don't want to say like rush it, but like they were trying to make it like more efficient, I guess. So
I get
like,
what you're saying, Tori. Because like even when we were asking for him to sign stuff, because I had my magic marker too,
mhm.
and his mom's like, oh, he has his own pen,
I
and it was
was
just like,
like,
oh,
it's
okay,
okay, girly pop, and I had my own marker. I don't see why you couldn't, but I was like, it's okay, it's okay.
yeah,
Yeah. I put it
yeah,
up, and I was like, thank you so much. Got my
hmm
picture. You're amazing. He said, thank you. Goodbye.
yeah,
I wish I could have asked questions or something, but yeah, I did
yeah.
notice you really had a good interaction with him. You had a really good interaction, Teresa.
I do like how BG, in certain pictures, if he was taking pictures with people that were relatively short, he would actually like kneel down a little bit
He did.
to kind of be on the same level. And like the way he did it was like so subtle because like he'll
Yeah.
be standing up and out of nowhere you would just see him moving down like what? Like and nobody asked him to do it, but he just was, like even though he wasn't touching anybody,
Mm-hmm.
he for sure like he tried to interact with everybody and
Yeah.
he was very nice. Like he took pictures with people. Like I said, he signed my postcard for me, and then when I asked Prince to sign my postcard, BG just so happened to be like standing next to him. And Prince was just like, "Oh, it's so great to see your autograph next to all of these things, brother." And it was like, "Oh, like look at y'all joking with each other." And he kind of like he did his little smirk, like, "Mm-hmm," and it was just like that's cool. And then I got a picture with both of them together, so it's pretty cool.
Okay, maybe I misread Miles that day.
I just
No,
think it was
like
a lot going on with
that's
him.
okay. It was too much going on, and yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, I'm just glad I got a picture and an autograph like
yeah.
that.
Because I mean, even
Whew.
the bodyguard for BG and Prince, I noticed after I took the picture and I walked back and I was just kind of like watching what was going on. After so many people would get pictures with them, the bodyguard would lean into BG and like ask him if he was okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like so. I think, of course, that bodyguard he has experience with private security and all of that, so he kind of knows how to read the room and keep everything calm. Whereas maybe with Miles and his mother, like they aren't that used to it yet. So it was
Mm-hmm.
kind of like more abrupt in your face, like, oh, he has this, he has that, or he has to go here, he has to do this. But I think he also had just came in that day, so I think it was more or less like get him some rest before the rest of the events for the day as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was a thing too.
Like I said before, I feel like a organized line would have
Mhm.
cut
Yeah,
those issues down. But
yeah. Instead of having everybody like hovering in like a half moon circle,
Yeah.
just like fighting to get there.
But it
mhm.
was a bit of a fight for sure. Because they would
Yeah,
move,
cause
you had to get out of the line, and then they would go over here, and you had to run behind them. And you
yeah,
tried
cause I
not to.
remember like when y'all were waiting to talk to Miles, like I remember like y'all kept like we next, and I'm like everybody's like you're after this person, like
Yeah,
and
we
it was just like if we had a line, it wouldn't have did all of that.
I'm like, okay. Like I was supposed to be because we were the first ones who saw Miles, followed
hmm
him over to where he was taking the pictures. And then like folks, I was like, I'm not gonna make a fuss. Heal the
hmm
world. Everyone gonna get their
Yeah,
turn. It's okay. So
Yeah.
So for Miles, I didn't. Okay, so I have a bill signed by him because I did meet him in New York, so he did sign that one. But I was trying to get him to sign another one, and I misplaced my bills. But I had a glove, and I appreciate that he signed my glove.
oh wait, hold on, keep that up there. He got a nice signature.
Hmm.
And BG, I appreciate that he also signed my glove, and he wasn't hesitant about it and at all. So I appreciate that. And I have
Yeah.
more signatures. I have Prince and Michael Bush, and I think Big Al is. Can you see the glove?
We can see it
Uh-huh.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, and he was BG was really nice, and everyone was. They didn't mind signing the glove, since it wasn't a bill or anything that had to do with them.
Hmm.
They were just
Yeah.
be like, "Can you sign this?" Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Pretty much. It was like, yeah, sure.
AJ said one day Jafar will be the special guest and Tori's gonna lose. Don't let me lose my mind, y'all. Don't let me. Same with Marlon. Don't let me lose my mind. Do not allow me to. Keep me calm. Keep me composed. Keep me cognitive. Don't let me. Somebody gotta be. Somebody gotta agree to be there for me. Yo, so the interaction with Prince was well, no, I met Miles and then BG, and I gave him one of the stickers. Like I was like, "Here's a sticker," and then I took a picture. I think his bodyguard took the picture. As weird as it sounds, I don't remember everyone who took the pictures for me, but I'm pretty sure it was the bodyguard. And shout out to him because in the first one, like it was like blurry or like one of us was blinking or something. He took another one, and this is what the result came out to be. And I was like, I just walked off, let it be, didn't say anything because he was trying to move into a different spot. Then I met Prince, and like he was like talking about my jacket. I gave him a sticker. It was fun, like really cool interaction. And then there was this point where like the crowds like dispersed around them. They had like space. They were leaning up against like that bar thing or like concession bar thing where you can get the concession for the show. I went up to Prince. I said, "Hey Prince, crazy request. Can you sign my jacket?" And he was like, "Yeah, of course." So he signs my jacket. I don't know if you can see it, but he signed my jacket. And I was like, "Oh my God, this is so cool." BG's next to him. And I'm making sure like it's okay to walk up to BG. And I didn't want like another picture or anything, but I just wanted to make like a connection, basically, just like ask him a question, like, I asked him about like film or something. He's really nice. Like I feel like a lot of people like think that he might be just like bothered, like I don't want to be bothered by the fans or anything. I just think like he's very reserved, more of an introvert. So
Hmm.
it's not like he's trying to be mean or anything. It's like, you know, I'm trying to interact, but it's hard because I'm so used to being like closed off. Everybody's different. Like I have a sister that's the same way basically. And when I talk to him, even though he's like really reserved, like he was smiling, he was happy, he was very nice. I talked to him briefly. I didn't want to like take up all his time, and it was just a nice like experience. So, um, yeah, I will say like if you ever want to talk to him or anything, just make sure like Gadgetry said, read the room, make
Hmm.
sure like he's like up to it, he's okay, like the area around him, it'll be perfectly fine. But yeah, great experiences, great meetings, and all that. Now the next thing was probably the most unexpected thing because we were supposed to head to the Immersive again. And lo and behold, we walked to this corner and Prince is over here interviewing the fans. I was like, what the heck? Wait, like, hold on. Prince Jackson interviewing us, like he's the one who be getting interviewed, and so he was just like doing these like speed round questions, like, "What's your favorite Michael song? What's your favorite outfit? What's the most underrated album? What's your favorite tour, favorite performance or moment or whatever?" And it was like super fun. Like he let you go up there if you had an Instagram or YouTube channel. He encouraged people to promote themselves, and it was amazing. Like, what questions did he ask you, Jen?
Oh boy.
Sorry,
Favorite
Michael.
funny.
Oh boy.
Pardon?
Pardon?
He asked me funniest MJ moments, favorite album, and favorite performance.
What were your answers? Or would you rather keep it a surprise?
It's up to you. You have the clip?
No, I don't.
The what was it? Favorite performance was MTV 1995. Favorite album, Team Invincible. And favorite MJ moment, spaghetti, nasty spaghetti. And then I love the tour. I love the tour. Those, yeah, I just love the tour.
And what about you, Gadget?
Sorry, I had to turn off the mic. There's something going on in the background. He asked me my favorite Michael Jackson outfit, favorite Michael Jackson album. So I said Thriller and Off the Wall. I can't pick one between the two. Outfit was Rock With You.
Rock With You.
I can't remember the third question.
Wait, I have your video.
I
have your video. I do. Let me. Okay.
That third question got me off guard. I was like, oh, I honestly liked him asking us. Now I know how he feels.
Like, what
I was like, so this is what this feels like?
I was over there preparing, like, okay, if he asks me this question, okay, I'm trying to find your video.
By the way, Shantea, thank you for helping me pick that. The nasty spaghetti. I actually love that one.
It was so funny because, like, as the more like he kept asking, I kept thinking of other like funny stuff, like a chair rock. What was Trisha's last question?
No, it's the second question. I can't remember.
Oh, his favorite moment in Michael Jackson history. No, wait, no, that was yours. Where is? I literally was on Trisha's. Okay, I don't know why it skipped to the next video. That was weird.
But he got me off guard for sure. I was like, no.
He would sometimes throw curveballs there. I'm like, what? Don't ask me that. I was actually nervous, so thank you for pushing me to do it, guys. I don't know about this.
Album, outfit, and then
that's a good question. MJ Fango asked, "Does anybody know where this ended up?" The Q&A. I don't know. But as soon as we get the link, we'll have a watch party. I'm here for it.
But I think we'll be nicely surprised.
Wait, did he only ask you 2 questions? I'm looking at the video.
It was 3. I just can't remember it.
That's weird. Okay. Okay, album, you said Off the Wall, Thriller.
Underrated album.
Underrated.
Oh, yeah. Invincible.
You know what I would have said if he asked me that question? Forever, Michael.
That's what I said for the phone part, and I should have just stuck to my answer. There's actually 2 sets of questions with me, but the first one was by the door. His phone. I did say Forever, Michael.
As you should. Yeah, I'm wondering where those videos are going to end up. I was asked about like if it was okay to like put them out somewhere, but I haven't seen them unless like I missed it or something. But what were the questions he asked you, Shantea?
He asked me funniest Michael moment, and I mentioned the water balloon fights at Neverland. He asked underrated album, and I said Invincible. And then he asked me favorite. It was either favorite MJ performance or something like that. I can't remember exactly what the question was, but I know my answer was 95 VMAs.
I wish I was asked that question. Like
What would your answer be?
1998 Grammys. I mean 1988 Grammys.
Yes.
You
Yes.
said that. Yeah. I remember you said that to me afterwards.
Yeah, that would have been it. So I know y'all mentioned MJ Finger question. Does anyone know where this ends up the Q&A? All I'm gonna say is I'm not entirely sure. Just like be on the lookout. That's all we're gonna do at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to see where all this like footage and stuff, what they're gonna do with it. So we shall see. In his own towers, maybe they're putting something together. Yeah, 88 Grammys. And you know what? It was funny because they were like, "Oh, can we go back up? Can we do another one? Because we're having so much fun." And CJ's like, "Yeah, can we get more challenging questions? Like questions basically that make you think." And so CJ goes back up there, and Prince asks him a question, and he's like, "Ooh, that's hard." And he was like, "Well, you asked for more challenging questions." And then somehow we ended up like on the topic of giving out ideas. And so he invites us into this corner
for a round table.
I don't have the picture for that one, but he invites us in, but it's in the vlog and Trish showed it on the live yesterday. He invites us into this corner and we're all like giving out ideas and stuff and suggestions. And that, I don't even think that was planned. I think that was something that just like happened on the spot.
I think Molly suggested it.
Yeah.
I yelled it out. Like if we can do like a group one.
Mm-hmm. That was really awesome. Like I keep thinking like if I would have left or not have stayed, like I would have missed this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like
yeah, I remember his videographer had walked up to me and was like, Prince wants you and your friends that are dressed up to have like, but he wants to ask you guys a few questions. And he's like, so can you just like go tell everybody and and I'll let you know when we're ready. So like I was going around, like running around trying to find everybody. Like and Tori, I think I just told you, I was like, just stay here. Like just stay. Like, don't move.
no,
because like I went.
Huh?
No, go ahead.
Oh, he came up to us. He came up to me and Jen too.
Mm-hmm.
And basically said, "Hey, you guys like want to stick around for some like interview questions?" And it was so funny because somehow the word trivia came up, and Jen went into fight or flight mode. He was like, "No," but he was like, "Yeah, just like stick around to the end." And when you told us that, I was like, "Okay, it must be time." But we were like in the middle of a conversation with Molly, so I was like, "I'm not gonna walk away like just yet," because I just didn't want to like be rude. So I just waited and then I went up there and I thought the videographer was going to like interview us because he had asked me questions before.
Mm-hmm.
I saw Prince with that mic. I said, ain't no way. Like, wow.
That was awesome. Another memorable moment for sure.
Mm-hmm. Definitely unexpected.
Mm-hmm. Some great ideas got put out there and I'm so glad. And I was not expecting him to even like have us talk for that long. Shout out to the lighting guys, the cameraman. Because I looked up at one point. I was not paying attention. One of the lighting guys took the light and was like holding it above the head.
Yeah.
I was like, oh dang. So shout out to them as well.
Right, because I remember they were like, hey, there's lighting guys here and they're getting tired. And we even realized they were there. We were just so immersed with just being with Prince. Immersed, we like, wait, oh, there are lighting guys holding up the lights for at least 20, 30 minutes. Oh, we gotta let them put them down.
I like how open he was with his answers too when we asked certain things. Like even Trish, I can't remember if it was you or Kyle who suggested doing Thriller Nights at Neverland, and he was very open about his answer, saying like, that, he thought about that, and just like the openness that he had was like really cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No
He didn't like.
filter.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't hold back. I say the only time he held back if he was unsure of something, like he didn't have like all information about it, but he was very transparent. So
I like how he's studying his father's legacy like we do.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That really impressed me because it's like, I'm sure that not all the Jacksons are aware of Michael's work, but clearly Prince is studying, and I appreciate that.
Yeah. He's definitely there for the fans. He's in our corner. Like the fact that he was just willing to like listen to us and like actively listen to us. Thank you.
In this moment, literal corner. He was literally
but I hope in him being who he is, that the fans have his corner too, in terms of like, don't overstep. Like he's making connections with us, but I also like keep in mind, like some people like trying to like take it to the next level of oh, I want to be his friend, or let's hang out. No, like no, like really, he's a really cool person, but I just noticed in general, like people just be having these weird thoughts, and I'm like, he has his own friends and family, you know that, right? Like, come on now. But when you're with him, oh my God, he's awesome.
Yeah,
he's awesome.
He's just like,
I said in a dream, sure, but he's just one of those people like, don't mess us up, moonwalkers.
Please don't. Like things are being taken to a whole nother level. I'm gonna just leave it at that. But I'll give like advice that I learned from Gadget. Be calm, even if you are nervous. He's so nice. His kindness will just like help you calm down. Like, he's just like that regular old cool dude. Like, hey, what's up? Like, basically, I think last year he walked into the brunch and gave somebody some dap or something. I was like,
oh, the guy with the long hair who was wearing a Thriller t-shirt. Well, a lot of people was wearing Thriller that year. It's funny. Like every time I get around Prince, I get nervous. So I remember the first time I saw him that day, I kept like fiddling with the camera, and I said, "Prince, you don't get nervous around you." And I just started like, it was so funny.
Oh my God. Yes. But of course, the
blanket made the appearance.
We love the Jackson family.
I didn't realize Jennifer's next to Prince.
Yeah, I haven't seen that picture.
I gotta send it to y'all. I gotta get it.
Please.
Sent to
y'all. Oh wow,
I need to get the name of the photographer. I want to give him proper credit.
Oh, the one who took the picture?
Yeah, it's the guy with the red hat, right?
Red hat.
Oh, TVJ. Wait, no, that was his. Are you talking about the guy with the red hat in the picture?
Yeah, I think he's the one who owns the picture.
Yeah, it's TVJ on Twitter. I feel like I'm missing a part of his name on Twitter though.
TV Holic J.
There we go.
Yeah. Yeah, that was from his phone. I can't remember who took the picture for him though. But
I want to say the videographer did. Prince's videographer.
Okay. Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah. This was fun. This brunch was jam-packed. But like, the fans, like I love my fellow MJ fam. Moonwalkers, Michael Jackson fans, Jackson fans, whatever you want to call yourselves. Y'all are awesome. So the next thing was the immersive experience. Now, shout out to Mr. Paparazzi Kyle Mo, because I didn't know he was taking this picture. But we went through the immersive experience. Okay, so we went through Smooth Criminal. And I feel like there was a different set of dancers in the first time because somebody did a flip, something. I was like, oh snap, okay. So next room, Earth Song. Next room was You Rock My World, and I think that day we ended up spending a longer time in You Rock My World. All of a sudden, I look over, here come Rich, and he's like, "Oh, y'all, me and my brother helped choreograph this." We were like,
yeah.
"What? This is so cool." He's like,
Oh
"Yeah, look,
yeah.
Yeah.
credits is
Yeah.
rolling." He's like, "Look, there we are," and it was their name. I was like, and I don't know why I forgot that, but it was like the moment that he came in right at that moment that the credits were rolling.
That was
Yeah.
cool. Did someone capture when he said that?
No, it happened so fast.
Yeah.
I might have the clip, but I start editing the last part tomorrow. I'll let you know.
Okay, let me know because that was awesome. I'm like, somebody had to have gotten that.
Yeah.
But like, out of all the times he came through there, like that was the time. And gosh, I was like, oh, I tried to get him to dance. He said, "I'm off the clock." I was like, okay, I'm gonna let you slide because I made you get in the Soul Train line last year. He said, "Yeah, exactly." Okay. Then we made our way to the Billie Jean room. And then this picture, I'm handing him the flyer. And I didn't know Kyle was like capturing that. So I was like, yo, this is so cool. So that room, there's Trish in the background. Oh, there you are, Shantea. And then there's Ellie next to you. Oh my goodness. You got your picture on you from Trish from when he took it? You know what? That's what I needed to know. Yeah, the paparazzi cameraman guy.
Hold on. It's in my office. Well, I'm not far from me. Hold on.
And
I got the group. I got the group picture.
You got the group photo?
Yeah, it's a terrible picture, by the way. Like the exposure is terrible, but you can't really see anybody. But Jen is here. That's Kyle, Gigi, CJ, Tori, Trish, Ellie. That's me. I can't remember what her name is. And then this is my fingerprint, but we're just gonna say that it's Michael's spirit. That was
okay. Everybody got the weird fingerprint pictures.
I can't.
So I found my two.
Wait, what is Michael's spirit in yours too?
I guess so.
Gotta be.
That first one is fire.
I got lucky. The photographer realized the issue and he repositioned me so I can get good lighting.
I forgot to highlight that comment. I gotta get back to that. Let me see.
Oh wow. I'm solo. I was like, wait, what?
You're live now. The first picture I took, because he would like wait and he was patient and he would wait to try and get Michael in the background. There's me on like the second day of the immersive, and he was trying to get Michael, but he ended up getting that part where he puts his foot on the trash can and it lights up and he's cleaning it. It's a cool shot. Then he got one with me and Michael in the background. And then the day of the birthday, so the third day, I got this picture with like the cityscape behind me. It's probably my favorite. I think this one's my favorite.
Can I ask who broke the trash can in that room?
Right, because I didn't even know it
I
lit
didn't
up.
see it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it only lit up that first day. And every time I went in there afterwards, I kept tapping it to see if it would light up, and it wouldn't. And then the second day, Monday, when I went, the girl who was in the room, she was like, people thought it was a real trash can and they were throwing trash in here and it broke. And so like every day, like I would go back and I would keep touching it just to see if they fixed it, and it wasn't. So
I think I looked up and I saw it on the third day, but I think I'm one of the few people who saw the garbage can light up.
Oh no.
I was like,
so
oh.
everybody just beware. If you see trash cans, always think it's a prop first before actual trash can.
You know, now you got me thinking, because I feel like I threw trash away in one of them rooms, but I don't know if it was.
No, I did too, but no, it was on the corner.
Was it like a rectangular trash
Yeah,
can?
yeah. I don't think
Okay.
it was part. Yeah.
Yeah. I was asking people because like I think I had my water bottle the first day. So I was just like, hey, is there a trash can? And like the workers that I was asking, they would just like take it and I'm like, yeah, sure, I got it.
See,
But
the
just
workers
everyone
really
beware. Yeah, they're super nice. All of them. Like I was in that immersive event so much that the lady in the Rock My World video, like when I walked in, she was like, "Oh, hey again. I don't have to explain the room to you." And I was like, "Nope." Like,
Yeah, I noticed that they always recognized us.
mm-hmm.
Back
I'm
again.
like, that was interesting.
There
They're
was
like,
one-
back again. Oh, I like your
Yeah.
outfit from even better than yesterday. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
They were really observant.
It was one lady who was working the front and in the entrance, and I didn't even know that she recognized me. She was like, "Oh, you're back again." And so when I was going through again, I technically didn't have a sign up for that slot. Because like she said, when she said, "Oh, you're back again," I know you. Don't worry, go through. So
Mhm.
it was to the point where I would skip the first lady and go straight to her, and she would let me in. And I'm like, "What's your name?" Like, and she was like, "Oh, my name is so and so." Yeah, I was just like making friends with everybody.
No, the
Like,
staff
oh,
was super, super nice.
yeah.
Yeah.
This is the one thing that I wish we did this year, the Soul Train line. That's what I meant to mention on the brunch section.
Especially since the Soul Train dancer was there. Literally, we had a girl that was a Soul Train dancer for
You're
real.
right.
The first Asian Soul Train dancer was there. Why did we not have a Soul Train line? That would have been iconic to be dancing with her.
I'm mad because that would have been so fun.
We need to bring a
Mhm.
speaker too. Like no one had a speaker.
I should have asked Danae, like, "Hey, you going home? You gonna bring your speaker?" Something. Because I was even in the cupcake line playing jam, and we were singing.
Oh yeah.
The music just wasn't loud enough. They played like "Man in the Mirror" twice while we were in that brunch. I'm like, "Oh, so y'all got it on rotation." Okay. Like, but next year,
no Soul Train shenanigans here. They kept that mellow.
I'm like,
Yeah.
would I rather want Soul Train shenanigans or an unorganized line for a meet and greet? Pick a struggle. Lord. So after that, it was time to go to, oh my gosh, I don't think I put my, no, I forgot to put the Michael Bush thing in there. Wait, no, I do have it. It's just out of order. That's very weird. I don't know why I put it in the order that way. But Michael Bush, or no, we had the Q&A. Where am I at right now? I'm not here. Ignore that. We'll get back to that. We had the Q&A with Miles Frost. And I'll have to agree with Gadget. It was more of like a TED talk with him. The only questions that were really being asked was like from the lady who helps run MJ1, and then from Karen, and they were both hosting it. So they were like kind of like guiding the questions. And it was fun to hear about like his journey to get to the show, like the background and everything. And if you missed it, like I know it's on the YouTube channel, right? Because they did it live. Yeah, I'll have to put the link in the description with that one too. But if you missed it, watch it. I don't want to spoil too much, but yeah, he basically talks about his journey. Rich and Tone joined him, and they like talked about the section where he was discussing like the I guess like the rehearsal or the prep to get to it. They talked about other stuff regarding him in the musical, but I do wish, like I keep saying, like they would have got some more of the audience questions, because one thing about Michael fans is I feel like they ask like really interesting questions, and it would have gotten like there was a question that I remember, like Jen's question. I'm not gonna say what it is, but I'm like, oh, that would have been like fun to know. Like it's just like a cool question, but yeah, it would have been cool. Wait, what's this that you got up there?
Who?
Gadget. Oh, she's on mute.
Sorry, it's too much going on, so I muted a little bit. So I have a picture of the first Asian Soul Train dancer, and someone mentioned her name just now. Cheryl Song.
Was she the one? And she was in the Beat It short film.
Yes.
Bruh.
So
That was
in that slide,
Let me put
she's
it
in
up.
the lower left. Lower right. I'm sorry. That's her.
She has
Next
like
to
red
Carlo.
hair.
Yeah. There she
Oh.
goes. The minute I saw her, I said, "Oh, I saw you on YouTube recently."
Yeah,
And somebody said, "And beat it." Thank you, butterflies.
Mm.
So how do we not do it? Cheryl's song, can you come next year so we can get a do-over? I feel like I need so many do-overs from like I can't say that I made mistakes. What's meant for you supposed to be for you, but I hope not to repeat the mistakes I made this year. Just saying.
It's okay. We're gonna get that do-over.
You know, come with a lot of batteries. Like
Comfortable shoes.
well, I had the comfortable shoes. I really had a whole different outfit for the night, and my gut just said stay in your Sonic sneakers. But if I ever do the sneaker route, do like cuter sneakers, if that makes any sense.
Mm.
More Michael Jackson inspired sneakers.
Oh, like bedazzled or something.
Yes. So I mean, I'm fine with Sonic. I was Sonic at their house 2 years ago, and I didn't want to waste it. I said, "Oh, I got sneakers. Let's not spend any more money." And also, I had that Sonic book bag like last year, so I was just trying to like recycle as much as I had in my house already. So I was just like, "Okay, boom, 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 boom." You should have sequin sneakers though if you're an MJ fan. So if I see that on sale, pick it up. Like.
Shelly said she took a photo with her.
Yes, she is very nice.
We need that do-over. So for the special performance, like the lady on the that's Nayloom. She's one of our like devoted like video live watchers. Like she was so nice. I was like, oh my god. So she was like messaging me before and like I can't wait to meet you. And then I hadn't seen her in person yet, so she was like Tori or something like that, and I look up and I was like, "Oh my god, it's you!" She was so nice.
This year I didn't talk about this yesterday, but this year I wanted to take a picture with everybody, as many people as I could find. You know me, I always focus on the fan community more than anything. So it's just like I don't think I'll ever do it again because then I got great pictures, but then I got no videos. So I realized you can't have everything. You gotta pick your battles. But I have no regrets. I was like, I'm taking a picture with everybody, you know, Teresa, you know, Scarlett, Jen. Wait a minute, Jen, did I get you? Oh, inside the immersive, right?
Yes, I think so. And I think one inside the brunch. I think there was one.
I just wanted to just like, because back in the days, I used to do pictures more than anything. And unfortunately, people were taking my pictures and saying they took the pictures, so I stopped taking pictures.
When you put that watermark,
yeah, either Marta. Cause I was like, wow, y'all know y'all didn't take it. Because back then I was the only person with a professional camera, so we're talking like 2010, 2011. I'm like, iPhones were just coming out. I was like, y'all know you didn't take that picture. Like, make it make sense. So I just stopped taking pictures. So I said, oh, this was cool. I was glad to have met everybody. Like everyone knows, like once I know you, that's it. I'm gonna remember you.
Yeah. I'll say I had the opposite. I wish I would have took more pictures because there was like key people, and I get home and I'm like, I didn't get a picture with so and so, like, and like I'm meaning like other like fellow fans and stuff. I'm like, dang, or like I wish I would have got like more group photos. So next year I really got to think about how I'm gonna balance everything out when it comes to this event.
I agree. Yeah. I was overwhelmed. I was very overwhelmed. It literally was like Thriller Night, and I remember I made so many mistakes. I did way better here than Thriller Night, like to a point. Because Thriller Night, I had to reach out to German and Venice and MJ Fangirl and Red to help me get that vlog out because I needed their footage. That's how much I messed up at Thriller Night. This year, it was just things like I would get nervous and press the record button or not press it, like little things I've never done before. But I'm nervous. I know you guys don't believe me, but I am somewhat of an introvert. And I was out my comfort zone, so I was just like, it's just I had more time to like not show it. But believe me, sometimes I just rather be at home watching YouTube and calling it a day. So it's hard. My social media was getting overwhelmed, and it's just like, it was just so many magical moments, and I wasn't expecting it.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot to take. Yeah,
I didn't capture like his the clothes they had on display for him, like the Smooth Criminal thing in the lobby. I was like, okay.
It was a lot.
Next time. Next time.
Yeah.
There was a lot going on. It was like, okay, go here, go there, see this person, see that person, go here, take pictures. It was a lot. But it was fun. It was jam packed.
It was fun. Yeah, it was jam. Look what AJ wrote.
Oh wait,
about
hold
the
on.
Party.
Trish got a picture with all three of us. We just got to get it from her because I'm sorry, I didn't take any pictures. People were taking pictures of me, and I'm like, I might just have to send out like, hey y'all, please send me pictures if you got them because I'm so sorry. But AJ said next year let's throw a fan party the day before Michael's birthday in Vegas. We got to because we really was trying to make a party and anywhere we were dancing. Like there's music playing. Why are y'all not dancing? This is Michael's music playing. The fans were not catching on. They might look at us and smile, but that was it.
No, the funniest was the MJ1 store. We were the worst. I think we were in the store for like an hour, and they were just like, you could tell the staff was like, they're still here? We were dancing throughout the store. Then I was dancing and talking, like singing to strangers. It was a moment. It was a moment.
Was that Monday night?
Yeah, it was Monday night. And then Jen and Tori went outside dancing in front of the lobby. We were just, and then every time it looked like we were leaving the store, we would come back and start dancing and singing again. I know the staff was like,
get out of here. We about to close.
They were cool, but you could just tell that we overstayed our welcome, but there was no place to go.
Yeah,
we need like a Michael Jackson lounge or something, like a place that we could just talk and chill and it would be ideal, like right across from the Mandolin Bay, from MJ1, just put it right there, right?
Like take out that gambling spot and give us that.
Right.
Y'all don't need to gamble so much. You'll thank me later.
Like, all them school desks in there, and it'd be like nobody there.
And have Michael Jackson inspired drinks with souvenir cup options.
It's a great
and
idea.
Maybe some of that immersive stuff like that, You Rock My World or the Smooth Criminal set, like it could just be like that all the time. So a normal person wouldn't know what it is, but we would know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, y'all could gamble, just don't put Michael stuff in there.
Mark said you taking her out. Yeah, we were
doing the most.
Like Monday had to be like the hardest day to find something to do to fill our day with because we were just like in the Mandalay Bay. We were there from I don't know when I finally got to you. Oh, and that's crazy too because I forgot to mention that part. We saw Royal.
Oh yeah.
We saw Royal because he was like walking by the escalator because he was about to go eat food or something. And then I was like, why he not in Hawaii? You know, I asked him, why would you be in Hawaii? He was just like, no. Like, he was nice. It was so cool just to randomly running into the Jacksons and stuff. He also shook my hand. And then Jen gets on the escalator when he's like sitting at the table eating. She calls him his Instagram name.
Yeah, I didn't want to make it too obvious.
No, for some reason I think he really does prefer Stormy, right?
Storm Roku. Is it
I think he prefers that. Thriller Night. I said Storm Royal, and then he said, "Yeah, Storm." I'm like, "Oh, okay, okay, good."
See, I did good.
He's a sweetheart.
So nice.
Yeah, he is nice.
But he was
like
eating, so I'm like, hi. He's like, hi.
Oh, Shelly had a good suggestion. She wants that slot back, the MJ slot back. And that could be right by the look, our Michael Jackson lounge right across from the MJ one.
That's a
need
kind
that.
of
We need that.
controversial thing.
Still make it make sense.
No, because like,
We
okay.
got Funko Pops, bro.
No, like, okay. Because while it is like fun to have like for the fans, it's like cool to have the visuals and stuff. Apparently, you know, with Michael's beliefs and stuff, you know, I think with other people, he's like, you do it if you want to gamble or whatever, but he didn't want his image on the slot machine.
Got
I don't
you.
know where that slot machine went now.
I know, but I'll tell you off air.
Oh, hey. Okay.
I can tell you what one is.
Oh, okay. Okay. But yeah, it's kind of a controversial thing. But it would be nice if they had like some sort of Michael stuff there. So back to the event. Oh wait, we didn't even get to talk about Scarlett's favorite part. The Dangerous performance. Take it away.
So we're sitting in the Q&A and they're like, we have a special performance and I wonder if you guys can guess what it is. And they played the like behind the scenes of creating the special dance. And of course, Dangerous music like starts. And I instantly turned to like Jen and Tori like, oh my God, like what if it's dangerous? Like, what if it's dangerous? And then after I said it in my head, I was like, it's not dangerous. It's not going to be dangerous. And then as soon as they come out and I hear like the opening sounds of it, I'm like, oh my God. And for like the first like couple seconds of the dance, I was just sitting there like, and then it like popped in my head, like, record this. Like, what are you doing? Like, so I'm sitting here recording. I'm like, oh my God. Like, I freaked out. Like, by the time it was done, like I was shaking. I was like super duper happy. I'm like, Dangerous is one of my favorite songs, one of my favorite albums, because I was born in a Dangerous era. So it was just like it was just amazing to like actually see that, and I'm like, oh my God. But Jen, I think you said something to afterwards when we were in line for the Michael Bush signing, and you were saying like you wish that they would have kept some of the original choreography in there. And like, yeah, and like some of the sound effects from like, you know, the performance. And honestly, me too, because like in my head, as I'm watching it in my head, I'm doing the choreography, the original choreography.
Yeah. But I'm ready for the Janet parts popping in there.
You know, you want them.
They should have done that. Like that would have taken it to another level.
But that was real cool to see that. I was like super excited about that. Like,
we were in the Michael Bush line, and she was like, "I'm about to cry." But
not Kyle in the background.
Hey, I had to let Kyle be in the picture because I accidentally photobombed Jen. It was an accident, I swear. And Kyle was my paparazzi. He was capturing great moments. So the Michael Bush book signing, what I noticed is that it seemed like a lot more people this year, didn't it?
It was. Yeah, it was for sure.
It was. I was like, what the heck?
It was so many, like it went overtime. Like I feel like they pushed back the time, or they were running on that CPT, as I like to call it.
Wow. There was definitely a lot more super fans there than last year.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was nice to see everybody's outfit. Wait, Teresa J in the background. I didn't even notice that.
Oh my God, she's photobombed me the way I did with Prince.
We kind of got a picture together.
I was like, oh, snap, that is Teresa in the corner on the right.
Yeah, that's her. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so it seems like a lot of people. And last year, the way, like, I will say, and I don't want to sound like problematic when I say this. The people that were running the line last year were not as nice as the ones running the line this year, because one of the workers was actually from who worked in the MJ1 store, and she was dressed up all in the Smooth Criminal fit, hat and all. Mm-hmm. She was so nice. She recognized us, and you know, from us living in that store basically. And this year we found out we didn't have to have it on that title page. We could put it
Yep.
on another page. We just had to have it set for a specific page, so he wasn't struggling like flip through or anything. And
Hmm.
I think other people, yeah. What did you get signed, Scarlett?
My postcard.
Okay, yeah, because I was trying to think. I was like, I know other people got their stuff signed, but okay, you got your
Yeah.
postcard signed, and then
Hmm.
Jen got her glove signed.
Yes, I did. That's right.
Nice.
Hmm.
Yeah, so even if you don't got the book or anything, you can go up there if you want a picture, you want
I
something
didn't
else
know
signed.
that.
He
Hmm.
where's is this it? Oh, yeah, he signed I had him sign this jacket too. It was hard because last year I felt like I was able to connect with him more, but he
Hmm.
kind of had to like power through because it was so many people. Like if he held a conversation with every single person,
Oh, it would
it
be
would have
over. Like you still be there
Hmm.
in Vegas with the floods
yeah,
and
we would be there.
everything.
Yeah.
With the floods and everything, we still there.
I
Yeah.
was like,
I
damn.
mean, he talked to me for a little bit. Like he asked, he was like, "Yeah, I heard Sapphire," and he's like, "Did I do Sapphire okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, like, of
That
course you
jacket
did."
is nice.
He knew
Yeah,
the assignment.
yeah. The worker that Tori was talking about, she was really nice. Like she actually let me jump out of line and then get right back in my spot when, because Michael Bush let Ellie put his jacket on this year, and so like I was like, "Can I get out of line so I can get a picture of her?" And she was like, "Yeah," and then I walked back. Like everybody was super nice. And
Hmm.
he was super nice too, like really, really nice.
Very, very. And his brother was back there, like a proud. I can't say
Yeah,
like
his
proud
brother was there
father.
last year too.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And he let us sign the book again.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I wonder if he just like keeps these like I don't know
Yeah.
memory box or something or.
Yeah. Now he said that to me last year. He was like, "If you don't mind, can you sign my book? Because I signed your book, and now I want everyone to sign my book." So
Oh.
every year he said he gets a book. And the lady who was administering it, she
Mhm.
actually told me, well, not the exact release date of his second book, but the time frame of when it's coming out.
Second
So
book.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the King of Style video that was put on the Michael Jackson YouTube channel. Remember John Branca was saying that he didn't realize that the King of Style book was out of print. And he
Mhm.
said, "We need to have you write another book." And I think that was the plug saying like, "Yeah, another book is coming." And so she told me the time frame of when that is. It's next year,
Oh,
or early next year.
snap.
So everybody be prepared.
Thanks for the heads up.
You're welcome. Because when she asked, I said, "No, he didn't say anything." And she's like, "Yeah, like it's coming soon." I was like, "Ooh." And I was telling her that I was like, "Is it too like when I read, because I seen it also on a tweet too about the second book, and I was like, is it too aggressive to hope that it's there for Michael's birthday?" And she like laughed when I said it. She's like, "Oh, it's coming soon though."
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I'll be waiting for
We
that.
got the tea from Shot. Hey, I'm here for it.
Yeah.
This picture, it's out of order. The one with Rich and Kyle, it was out of order. It was taken when this one was taken. Rich signed our playbill because him and Tone helped with creating MJ the musical. And I feel bad because the marker I gave him, I don't know why it was cutting a fool, but it just wasn't working. But I had him sign it in silver. I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to retire that one for the day. But yeah, he signed it. He signed it on behalf of both of them. I thought that was nice.
Yeah.
So I that was nice that Kyle captured that. I didn't even know that that was happening. I was like, oh snap, keepsake. Um, so after that, we were waiting in the lobby, and finally, like they start letting us in for the meet and greet and cupcakes. I didn't get a picture of the cupcakes, but they had vanilla, chocolate, and red velvet this year. The icing on
Hmm.
the red velvet was really good. Um, However, the cake itself was dry. And crazy thing is, after this whole event, I was watching or reading something, and I heard like it's kind of hard to really do red velvet good because a lot of times people make it dry. But I don't know. Maybe it was just a situation with that, but it was pretty good. Like the icing, it was great. I didn't get to try the chocolate because
You like Jackie Jackson came in. Bye.
John Branca, Ben Prince, and Miles, and out of nowhere you see Jackie Jackson come in. Lord,
I didn't even know Prince and Miles was in that room.
Mhm.
I just saw Jackie and the twins and Brandy.
Mhm.
Yeah, Prince was on the stairs, speaking with Rich and Tone because they were in there too.
Yep. I didn't get a
They
picture
were
with
behind. Yeah, they were behind John on the stairs though. Yeah.
what. When did you guys realize Jackie was up in there? 'Cause-
Oh, let me tell you. So we went in, living our best sapphire blue life. I said, "Oh my God, it's Jackie Jackson." The usher goes, "Y'all can't go in." Excuse you?
Oh.
Yeah. It's almost over. But I said, "Ma'am, it's not even 6 yet." Nope, y'all can't go in. Now here's where the
They're
story got
very
a little
like.
bad. So she let 2 other people in and not us.
Mm.
That's weird.
So, child, we went to the next usher like you tried it. I'm so proud of us because we're all from New Yorkers and everybody knows New Yorkers pop off. I was like,
Mhm.
oh, don't do that. Just go to the next usher. The next usher let us in, and that's how I got Brandy's picture. But we could have got Jackie's picture too if the lady let us in when we initially got there. All she should have said
Wow.
is, "Hey, they're gonna be dispersing soon, so you may not get no pictures or any or like we could have got.
You
I
would've
mean,
like,
we got in. That's all that matters. Not we got in, but it was just like, what? All that time we talked to her, minimum 6 minutes. We could have just been inside.
Yeah.
Listen, this is a lesson that I've learned. If something starts at a certain time, be there on time. That's the end of it.
Yeah, because last year they tried to play me with, and it's different. It's weird because it's different ushers. One usher might be strict with you, the other one might be like, "Oh yeah, sure." So
Mhm.
just because
But if
I
you're
have
going to
Yeah.
be strict with everybody. Make it make sense.
right, and don't pick and
Yeah.
choose who you want to let in.
Right. And she did it in front of us like we weren't there. I said, "Oh, we."
I would have said something. Nah,
I'm
let
so
me
proud
not.
of me and us. We stayed calm. We did not pull no
Mhm.
Harlem shenanigans. God was in my heart that day.
In your own words, "Ooh, you tried it."
You tried it. I say, oh wow, she literally let somebody in 7 minutes later. Make that make
Wow.
sense? Because we're clearly blind, so we could have not have seen that. Like I'm like, what,
Hmm.
honey?
Wow.
Honey and them went. Doo -doo. We went to the next. We just got in.
Yeah, that sucks. I'm trying to remember like the order of events here. So Jackie walks in, and everyone really starts losing their mind.
Yeah.
Yo, tell your Brandy story, Shantae, please.
Okay. So I'll start kind of from what happened. So I got a cupcake and I turned around to then tell, I think I told Ellie and her mom, no, because I grabbed a cupcake for Ellie too, but we told her mom like the flavors of the cupcakes and we were like walking away to get out of everyone's way who was still in line for cupcakes. And as we were walking, somebody, I think it was you, Tori, who behind me was like, is that Jackie? And I looked like, oh my God, it's Jackie. And like him and the twins walked by. And then I was like, oh my God, it's Brandy Jackson, like super loud. And she turned and looked at me. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry I said that so loud. Like, it was like, I totally fangirled out. And I don't know why. Like, well, because it was completely unexpected to see both of them there.
True.
And somehow, some way, I ended up right next to her because she was taking pictures of her brothers and Jackie. And she was like right next to me, literally right next to me. And I just looked at her and I was like, I just want to thank you for all you did for Uncle Michael. And I literally said Uncle Michael like that man was my uncle too. And she was like, no. Well, yeah, and she was like, no, thank you guys for everything you do. And I was just like, oh my God, you're so sweet. And she was like, no, you're so sweet. And then she was like, asking me my name, and I told her. She's like, oh, it's so nice to meet you. And I was like, I fangirled completely. I freaked out. And then I was like, can I take a picture with you? Do you mind? And she's like, yeah. And I'm holding the cupcake in my hand, trying to struggle to take a selfie. And then after she walked away, I threw the whole cupcake away. I was just like, no.
I just
Like
met Brandy Jackson. Forget this
right.
cupcake.
Exactly. Like same thing with you, Tori. How you said you took like 2 bites of the cupcake. Exactly what I did. Like I had the little white chocolate little thing on top of it, and
Mhm.
then a little piece of the cake, and after that I threw it away. I was like, this is not appetizing anymore. Like I don't want it.
No,
Like it
like,
was crazy.
gosh, this was like the craziest moment. Like, I remember us like hollering Brandy. Shantae
Mm.
apologizes, and she's like, "No, it's okay." I'm like, "She's so nice."
She's
And
sweet.
then in the video, this is because I just have to rely on my videos. I guess how it went was somebody was like, "Hi, Jackie." He was up there trying to take pictures with John Branca. I didn't even realize Emily, his wife, was there until
Mm.
I went and reviewed my footage. And then after the fact, like, you know, they were like, okay, we're gonna leave now. No, because one of the fans went to talk to him, and then they're like, okay, we'll be back. We're gonna get cupcakes, and that was that. So I guess they were over there getting cupcakes. I see a fan crying, and I'm like, "Are you okay?" She was like, "This is
Mm.
supposed to say I'm going to get to meet Michael," and she just like starts bawling on my shoulder, and I'm like,
Mm.
"Please, please!" And then like it just rubbed off on me, and I was just like, "What the heck?" Like it was so many emotions going on, and there was another lady like that. I said, "Please, please, lady, don't cry, please. I can't do it no more." And so, um, I can remember which fan I brought over. I was like, "Oh yeah, like Jackie's over there," and I was like, "Yeah, he's gonna take pictures with us." He was already taking pictures, so I was like, "Okay, I guess we're gonna be like taking pictures now." So that picture you see is like when I got it, and I was like the last person to be able to get a picture with him at that moment because they went to go get cupcakes, and it was
Mm.
so rushed, and it wasn't like no fault to anybody for it being rushed. They were trying to go get the cupcakes. So that's why it had to be fast because I didn't want to take time. I didn't even get to talk or anything. I was just like, hi. And then like we took the picture and that was that. Well, the
Mm.
lighting, Teresa said earlier, the lighting in that area, the lobby, it was not it. It was not good. And it was just it wasn't happening. So I was like, dang, I wish I could get a do-over. But I was like, it's fine. I saw Jackie Jackson, got a picture with him. Great. And we were saying hi to his sons and stuff. They were shaking my hand like, hi, like I'm River. And I'm like, this whole entire family is so nice. What in the world? So after that, like I talked to Brandy finally, and I'm like, hi, saying hi. Like Teresa J said, like she had a cupcake. She had a cupcake in her hand. I even said, I was like, I'm not gonna try and hold you because I know you got the cupcakes. And I was like, they're good. And she was like, yeah. And she was like, is it good? I was like, yeah, it's like the red velvet one is good. Because that's the only one I got from that. And I was just like telling her, she was like, what's your name? Like where you're from? And I told her I was from Kansas. She was like, wow, you like came all the way over here? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, well, thank you so much for doing that. I broke character. I was like, oh my God, you are so nice.
I
And
think that was everybody's reaction. Like, oh my God, you're so sweet.
Yeah.
and I'm like, I'm so sorry. Like, thank you and your family for just like being humble. And I'm like, I know it's something that you should be doing, but it's rare. And so for you guys to do that, it was just, oh man, it was an awesome moment. And then I was like, do you mind if I take a picture? I asked permission, and she was like, yeah, it's fine. Got my
Mm.
selfie, and that was that. And then I walked and I saw that a line was forming in proper lighting for Jackie. And I took my other chance. And this picture came out better. But Trish, you got a special moment with Brandy. You want to talk about that real quick?
Yes, I was waiting to meet Jackie and the boys, and I looked right next to me and I went, "Oh, Brandy." I said, "Oh, can I get a picture with you?" And then I told her my name, Gadget Trish, and I said, "Oh, I have a channel called I Love the Jackson Family." She goes, "I'm familiar with it." At this point, I'm about to jump out the building. I'm about to jump out the building. Like I was just like, "Wait, what?" So then the other stuff I can't say, but
Mhm.
she's just so awesome. Like it was just like I was like, as much I still want a picture with just Jackie. I have pictures with his brothers, but Jackie, if you're out there, I would love to get a picture with just you. But if I had to pick, if I had to pick a Jackson, I had to go with your daughter. I never ever met her. I never got a picture with her. I was like, oh snap, it's the advocate. What's up, Brandy? Of course, I mentioned the thing with her uncle. I said, I love what you do, what you did for your uncle, and da da da. And then the rest I gotta keep censored, but I'm here for it all.
Mhm.
Thank you, Brandy. You rock.
She's so nice. I
Yeah.
was I was like rambling. I'm like, girl, I know you want to go eat your cupcakes. So it was it was a very like busy, stressful like situation with like the non-organization and without lines. But each interaction I had was really
Mhm.
nice, and um, running into different fans and being able to somewhat taste a cupcake this year. Next year, I'm gonna eat a full cupcake. That's my goal. That's it. I tried to talk to Miles. It was kind of hard, but I was able to pass along a flyer to him. So I was like, okay, at least that mission is accomplished. So that was that, and then we got in line for the show.
Wait,
Um,
Jen, how was your experience meeting Jackie?
oh my god, I forgot. I'm so sorry.
I was because Jen and I, we were holding that
Yeah.
friend who started balling. We were holding her spot because Jackie's like, "I'll be right back. I'm just going to get cupcakes," and we were standing there waiting. And then Jackie went somewhere else. So then me and Jen just like ran that way, like we're going to meet him. So how was your experience with that?
It was pretty cool. I mean, thanks to you, because we were like trying to search like where he's gonna be at, where he's gonna be at. So
Mhm.
you found a way, you led me there, and it was pretty cool. I wasn't expecting him to have the twins there.
Mhm.
I thought it would have been like, put them to the side and just him. But I appreciate that he let him join to take the picture. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was to me like an OG Jackson. It was awesome. Well, my
Yeah.
second one. Sorry, Tori. I got Marvin.
I cried.
Oh, wait, I
I
didn't know
did. Yeah, I cried like in the lines, like because they told us we had to get out to get back in line. And I was freaking out because again, it's Jackie Jackson, right? So like I've met
that.
two brothers now. And so I called my mom and I'm like, Mom, I met Jackie Jackson. And she's like, okay. And she's like, Mama, Tori, you know my mom. She's just like, she's
Oh
not excited
yeah.
about anything. And I'm just like, Mom, it's first generation Jackson. Like, this is his brother. Like, what are you talking about? She's like, what else do you want to tell me that you're not going to tell me when you get back to the hotel? And
Lord.
I was like, but Mom, it's Jackie Jackson. She's like, okay, I get that. She's like, just don't cry. And I was like, it's happening.
Yeah, I remember that.
I was like, it's happening. And she's like, what? I was like, it's happening. I'm sorry. I'm crying. And she was like, bye. And she hung up on me.
Oh my gosh. See, I thought I was gonna get that reaction too from my mom. I thought my mom was just gonna be like, okay. But I said, Mom, I met Jackie Jackson. She said, oh, I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, no, my mom is really like low fuss. Like she don't care about nothing. She really don't. So she was just like, okay, like you don't tell me this when you get back to the room anyway. So why are you calling me in the middle of it? But it was the funny thing though. She was like, don't cry. I was like, it's happening.
Right? Hey, what's up, King of Pop Radio? What's good?
I had
Hey.
to catch up with these comments. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry. Hey
That
girl.
was so cool. We had the moment with King of Pop Radio, and we all took the pictures together as YouTubers. That was
Oh,
the
you got
first
that in
time
your
we that's in that slide, right? No, it's not. I see it from here. I don't see it. Let me
you
see
have it?
something. Let me see if I can find the. Do y'all hear all the nonsense in the background of my apartment? Do I have to mute the mic?
Mm-mm.
I,
It's
I
not
hear
Okay.
it, but it's
distracting to
not
me.
like
Okay.
overwhelming or anything.
No, I didn't have it in this slide. Boo. But that was cool because we met King of Papa Radio
Mm-hmm.
back in 2020. 2020 and during the pandemic, but it was just different back then. It was just like, oh, we were just trying not to get sick. If that makes any sense. We were like we went to the Apollo when people were discouraging us not to go outside at all, and it was a handful of us fans. I got a picture with MJ King of Pop Radio with Miles. That's about it.
Wait, no, she's in the group photo. Do you have the group photo?
I can't find it. No, I can't find it. That's the only thing I have.
Wait,
I don't have time to fix it.
You have it.
I know I have it in real life. I just don't have it ready, and my computer gets slow. And so I was just like, it was just nice to all have it together. At the time, Tori, you wasn't even doing YouTube, and Shantae, so I was like, oh, we were all together now.
Yeah, like it was me, you, Honey, Shantae, King
MJ
of Pop Radio, MJ Fangirl, Rocky.
Mm-hmm.
Am I missing somebody?
No, I think so. I wonder. Oh my God, these. Hold on, let me just mute the mic. It's too much.
I would say they fighting like cats and dogs, but it's just dogs.
And then I got another live, and I'm like, I can't do this with all these dogs in here. You know what I'll do? I'll pull it up and just show it to the screen. That'll be the easiest thing.
Okay.
I said that's all us. Right? I don't think anybody was missing. If there were any other YouTubers, we're sorry. We didn't realize it. Oh, we did miss one.
Who?
CJ.
CJ?
He's more TikTok, but he's also on YouTube.
Oh.
We did miss one. My bad.
I didn't even. Let me see.
There was one boy in there. Here's everybody.
CJ. Here.
Oh, it's a good thing I didn't have nothing crazy on here.
I was like, where is that? Oh, that's a good picture.
There we
Oh,
go.
You gotta send that to me.
I will. I gotta get all the watermarks and stuff in there. I was like, that's another project.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh my gosh.
I shouldn't have to do that.
Yeah.
No, you have to, because everybody likes to take your hard work and just say
Right.
they did it. And I'm like, come on, y'all. Make it make sense. I used my pandemic money for that camera. I could have used that $600 getting some shoes or something. True story. There's a pair of Stella McCartney's I want, and they're like a lot of money. And I got, girl. So I promised myself if I lose the last 30 pounds, I'm treating myself to those shoes. Of course, though, it has to be on discount. I love me some Stella McCartney shoes, completely unrelated. But well, actually, I can make it a Jackson connection real quick. So Paris Jackson works with Stella McCartney. She wears Stella McCartney shoes and bags. Ta-da! Jackson connection.
Wait, doesn't Janet? Does Janet wear?
No, Janet wears someone else. Because I remember we looked at one of her shoes, but they weren't vegan, so I couldn't get them.
Oh, dang.
And here's a little tip, because I'm sure everybody's like, how can you afford it? You know what people say to me, and I find that so condescending, but they'll always ask, how do you manage? It's called a consignment shop and a job. If you have a job, they'll start there. And consignment shops. Because I was like, how do I manage? I'm not 5 years old. I'm old. Like, I could be Tori's mama. Like, make it make sense. Like, it's funny. It's like, ma'am, I'm not 16. Like, and I got 2 degrees. Make this make sense, y'all. How do I manage? On the job. How about that? But since everybody wants to know the tea, consignment shops. If you want beautiful things at discount prices, get your favorite department store credit card and also shop at consignment shops. It's good for the environment too. And you save a crap load of money. Just in case we want to know, how do you manage? No, I ain't being shady, but everyone keeps doing that to me. I'm like, I'm not 5. Like, oh my God.
Lord, you gotta get that picture to us, because
I will.
Nice
after the 3rd vlog, then I'll start on my Facebook. I'll have a link of all the pictures with the logo in it and stuff. So
thanks for including me in the picture.
no, listen, I was like, I'm trying to tell you, over here.
You being alive now. You want to
Right?
what?
Once you're alive, that's it. You're a part of the you're a
This
part of
is
the
my
family.
planet. You're one of, and Jen, you on your way too.
Mm-hmm.
Boy.
Jen.
Yes.
All right, let's see.
Yes, L. People ask us a lot. Like I remember the first time you went to Thriller Night. I hate to be messy, but I'm bringing this up. I don't know why we were getting so much shade, but I said, "Do you want to see the receipts?" Like I'm not saying the money wasn't a lot, but we all got money from the pandemic, all of us. So I don't know what y'all did with y'all money. I saved mine, and when Thriller Night came, I used mine. Make it make sense. I thought we all got money.
Hi, CJ.
We just mentioned him. I said we were CJ.
I was summoned.
We said we took a picture with all the YouTubers and we said we forgot you. So next year we gotta have CJ and everybody else.
Yeah, so Gloria, Scarlett, Jen,
Rocky,
all the other people in the picture. CJ, we gotta do a do-over.
I was like, wait a minute, where'd CJ go? I have bad news. At max, I have 4 more minutes and I have to head over to my other live. Actually, let me start setting that up. I was like,
I was trying not to go this long.
No, it is what it is. Like, Disney. We're watching Ahsoka.
I miss you guys. I was just thinking the same thing. It went by too fast.
It did. I want to stay like 4 to 5 days next time.
We gotta for next year, for whoever's like all going, we gotta try and do like fan meetups. Like my worst like mistake was not like getting an itinerary ready. I was just going off of face, trust, and pixie dust, and it was not happening. I missed one of the places because I was like, what? Like closing time? I mean, I guess I understand because it was Sunday, but way too fast.
I'm not a fan of organizing everything because people for some reason refuse to read. So it'll be like somebody would be like, oh, meetup is at MJ's one store. No, there's always that one person who goes, where's meetup? And I'm like, see, you tried it. So
just put it out there and be like, show up.
I said, if anyone got questions like that, go straight to Tori. Like I need to pack my patience. I'm like, it literally says music in front of the store. Make it make sense. Like,
oh my gosh, it's 2:52 a.m. here. Oh wow. See,
wow.
Watching. Y'all be like the world.
Aww. So before I go, quick question between Shantea and Tori. Between last year and this year, what was your favorite MJ1 birthday experience?
Oh, I can't choose.
I'm gonna just say I met Jackie Jackson.
She said this one. I will say I like them for different reasons. Last year it felt more, like you said, free with the fans, with more dancing. It felt like more intimate with the fans. And it felt more like organized with meet and greets and stuff. This year the interactions were like amazing, like running into different people, and like I said, I felt more free because I was like out on Jackson adventures with Jen. So I don't know. It's plus and minuses for every year.
For me, it was definitely this year.
I can see why it was for this year.
It's like, I'm glad. I mean, I met you and Shantea because of last year.
Right.
But I was like, it felt like a Thriller night with all the Jacksons. Even though I didn't bump to the same people that you did, I was like, that's literally Thriller night. Real talk.
Yeah.
Y'all just had the divine timing to get them all. You only missed Siggy. That was it.
Yeah.
It's okay. One day.
I wanted to see. Yeah.
I heard he was supposed to be there.
What? He was there at the Immersive, but yeah.
I think he got pulled away for something else during the meet and greet. That's why he didn't show up.
Oh, I would have liked to see him. I wanted a do
Mhm.
over because my picture at Thriller Night looked crazy. Like, I need a do over
Mm.
with the blanket with Siggy.
I rambled about my meeting with Siggy to Brandy as well. I know she was tired of me. Like I said, I fangirled out when I started talking to her. Like, I don't know how that happened. But
That
yeah.
she gonna remember you though. I know she gonna remember you. She be like, "That's the girl
Mm.
who screamed," and then like, yo, I gotta get to that. So it was showtime. Did any of y'all like get like Jen or Gadget? Did y'all get the pictures that they took, like the booklet thing?
No,
No,
next
no.
time I'm gonna pay for it because the lighting's so crappy in there. You're almost forced to buy a picture.
Yeah,
Mm.
That's the worst lighting I've ever seen in my life. Everybody was yellow complexion, no matter what your complexion was. I was like, "What's up the light in here?" It's like it was piss yellow. It's like Tori, you're piss yellow. So everybody was piss yellow in there. Am I lying? That was I was like, what is in the lighting in this daggone
Yeah.
casino? Everything looked horrible. So I'll do it next year. I really thought I should have did it because that's the first time I looked like a woman in a long time. But next year,
we could have did like a group one. Well, I got one with me, and don't start. I just complained about this. Don't start moving all out the place now. Dropping on me, embarrassing me. But I like the setting that they took the pictures this year. I don't know if it's like showing right. There's a glare. Um, but I like it. We got Michael's glove and shoes, and okay. And then
Mm.
this one, I liked our blue, the way like
Mhm.
it worked with the background. So I'm glad I got it this year.
yeah.
It was nice.
All
Yeah.
right, yo, I gotta go. I literally gotta be on the other channel in 3 minutes. Shoot. I got my Ahsoka outfit on. I don't know if you saw me changing during the live. I was like, oh, bye, y'all. See you soon.
Bye. See you
Bye.
soon.
We might still be on here when you're done. Who knows?
You better not be. I'm out.
Everyone looked amazing. Yeah, all the blue, the sparkles,
Mhm.
like that was huge. I gotta get my mindset ready for next year.
That's one thing Prince said when he walked in. He's like, "You guys all look so amazing."
Rich said the same thing. He said, look at y'all with y'all blue." I'm like,
Mhm.
hey, just seeing, and then everybody was like in the same like shade of blue.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, so it really worked out. Like it was just nice to see that. And what was I don't know if this would give away the show. I'll think on it. I'll think on it. Now, Jen, you said you got a first row seat.
Yes.
What was that
Like
like?
it was. So I sat like in the middle, in the back, and it's my first time being front row. Without giving it away, it was amazing. It was, oh my, completely different experience. Absolutely, completely different.
Mhm.
You don't see the screens, and there's a lot of. See, I gave that away.
Mhm.
But there's a. I mean, there's
That
a lot
didn't
of
give it
Michael
away.
on the screen. There's a lot of Michael. Um, you don't see that as much unless you're sitting on the sides and you can see like the side screen. But you feel like you're part of the show, and you just never know what might happen.
Dang, I
Mhm.
might have to try the front. I don't know.
Yeah, you should. I think everybody should try the front. The you get like okay, I'll give that away. It's amazing, and you'll feel like you're part of the show, like you're in the show,
Mhm.
without giving it away.
I don't. I was gonna say what was your favorite like part, but it would give it away. Like I told
Yeah,
him yesterday, I'll say Little Michael and leave it at that. I feel like every part or every time I see the show, a different song or performance stands out to me. And
Yeah.
yeah, what was it for you if you can talk in code and not give it away, Shantea?
Uh, well, I said it yes. I chatted it yesterday in Trisha's live. The call and response always gets me, so I always yell
Yeah.
it. Um, Another part, if I say it, I'm gonna give it away. But it's a soloist. It's a solo guy. I'll say that. That always gets me too.
Ooh.
Oh, and then the solo lady as well.
Okay.
And that's it.
I love the ending. I wasn't expecting the ending to be what it was.
Mm.
It's always the same, I think. But I hadn't been in like a couple years, and to see the ending, what they included in the ending, that was pretty cool.
They
I love
changed
the
the ending?
No,
Since
I
you
don't
went?
think they changed it. I don't
Oh.
recall it because it's been a
I don't
minute.
think so.
Uh-huh.
But that they included that, and there's another part that's really cool and has a tree. That part that was cool too.
Tori,
Hmm.
what was
What?
your favorite? I think I know. Well, I won't say favorite part because you already just said it. But how was it?
I think I know what you're getting at. Okay.
How was it experiencing this particular song with Jackie
Okay.
in the
So
audience?
backstory. So we get to our seat, we're sitting there, and then vlogging basically like raving about what Jacksons were there and everything. And
Hmm.
then as we're saying this, Brandy walks by. And we're like, oh, there's Brandy. And we're like, hi, Brandy. And I'm like, I know she's so sick of us. But she waves. She's so nice. And then she goes and she gets to her seat. They're like 3-4 rows in front of us. So I'm like,
Hmm.
we start seeing more Jacksons pop in.
Yeah.
Jackie, Emily, their sons.
Hmm.
Then on the end of that same row, it was BG, Prince, Molly,
Royal,
Dante, Royal. Then I
Taj.
see 2 little girls. Like, these is Taj's daughter. There go Taj.
Hmm.
It was like basically all the Jacksons that were there, aside from Siggy, who we
Hmm.
know got like pulled away. But I was
Yeah.
like,
And
this is
Miles sat behind them.
yeah.
Hmm. He sat with the people from the estate. He sat in that row with them.
Oh wait, so down by Jackie, Branca was down there too, near that
Hmm.
area, and I gotta get into that because I was like, oh
Mm.
snap! But then in front of the row in front of us, we're sitting in the middle, but the row in front of us to the right,
Ah.
I notice a familiar person. I'm like, is that who I think it is? So I'm like, I don't know who it is. So
And
I'm
then the more
like,
I kept looking, I'm like, that's him.
that's
Like we
him.
just kept staring, like.
And I was gonna go over and talk, but I was just like, we'll just wait till after the show because it's getting ready to start. So we're
Hmm.
watching the show, you know, enjoying it and stuff. And then at the can I just say what the song is? Because I feel like if I describe it, it's gonna give it away.
Yeah, go. I would just say it.
If you don't want to hear the spoiler, like mute, cut down your volume, but I'm gonna say it. So this particular song comes on, and it's "Can You Feel It?" And I'm like, this is
Mm.
Jackie's song. Jackie's song is coming up. Jackie wrote it. It was Jackie's like idea for the song. Michael helped him write it. And I'm like, I need to see like I just like look, I'm like, you know, looking for like the face of approval. He's down there clapping, singing. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And I'm like, this full circle moment.
Mm.
It was crazy. And then it was just hitting me over and over again. I'm like, I'm watching Jackie Jackson watch a performance of his song. What is my life right now? And then it gets to the end, they do a different upbeat song. Everybody standing up, Jackie standing up. I look over, Branca over there getting it. Like, he was over there clapping and getting it. I was like, yo, it was like amazing. But then like I said, I was like handing out stickers and stuff. So I was like, I'm so silly. I was like, I should have gave, stickers to the twins.
Hmm.
So I asked, I was like, okay, I asked Shantae, I was like, should I do it? And she was like, yeah, just, like go for it basically. So after the show ends, there's like a space where I can walk down the stairs, in the row behind where Jackie's family was sitting was empty. So I go down there and I'm like, hi, Jackie. And I just start rambling off like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. Or like, thank you and your family. You guys are like such inspiration, something. I think he says like, thank you or something. And that, I don't even remember. It happened so fast. Like, I don't know. I must have blanked or something. But then I was like, can I give your sons like stickers? He was like, yeah, sure. So I'm handing it to River, and then he's trying to get Jalen's attention. I give one to Jalen, and he was like, thank you. And I'm like, these kids are so nice. Like, oh my God. And Emily is like right in front of my face, and I'm like, oh my God, like I didn't even realize Emily was here. So I was like, hi, Emily. And she just strikes up a conversation with me, asks me where I'm from. And she was just like, kind of gave off the same like energy. It's like, wow, like you flew like all the way here. Like she was so nice too. I'm telling you, everybody I met there was like really, really, really nice. Like
You were down there talking to them for a while, because I remember I was just in like a couple rows up and I was just dancing, getting my best life to the song. Yeah, like it was a while because like the whole song was just about over when you turned around. So I'm like giving my whole life dancing, people walking up and turning around, noticing that it's Jackie, and I'm just dancing in the aisle like, yeah, that's him.
See, I'm telling you, I must have blanked like once in a lifetime experience. Like I hope I can experience this again and meet him again and talk more to him. But I hand Brandy a sticker and I'm like, all right, bye. And they were just so nice. Didn't get to see the other family because they got them out. They had the kids. They got them out before the crowd and everything.
Yeah, they got them out like right before the last song. I don't think they sat for the whole song. And yeah, because I remember we were, or was it the last song? But they did like leave in the middle of it. I don't know where they all just stood up and like walked out.
Yeah, I wish I could have asked.
But then one of them came back. Dante ended up coming back because he left. He came back because that's how Jen and I got the picture with him.
Did she just glitch out for you?
She did just glitch.
I did. I thought it was just me, but I said he left with the family, and then he must have came back because Jen and I ended up getting a picture with him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I want to highlight this one. CJ said, I love watching it every year. I take it in every time. I watch it as if it's the first time. Always makes me cry. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm telling you, every time I watch it, it's a different song that gets me every time. Different one. After like she said, huh?
I was thinking like your reaction when one song came on and you was like, not with the kids here.
I was like, not Jalen and River. Go ahead, Taylor. Lord.
You was like, not with the kids. And then like, of course, like Taj's daughters are there too. You was like, oh no.
Lord. I forgot about that. Oh my God. Well, yeah, after the show, the familiar person happened to be Bill Whitfield that we saw in the row in front of us. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I pray to God one of the fans like stopped him for a picture or something, because that was when I was too busy talking to like Jackie and his family. And thankfully there was a person who was taking a picture with him, and I was like, yes, we got him. So we're all standing there with our books looking like a fan club or something. It was like so funny. But yeah, he was like super cool. Like we were asking him questions. He signed our books. Then like he said he was going to be at that Hard Rock meetup afterward. And we were like, okay, well, we're going to go there next. And oh yeah, what does yours say?
It says, to Shantae, thank you for your support. Much love, Bill Whitfield.
I want my book signed by Javon too.
Yeah.
Trayvon.
Oh, he laughed at my question. So I was
Oh,
like,
well, he was there last year and he was there this year, so he could be there next year.
mm.
What was your question?
I had asked, remember, you and I had talked about it a lot, Tori, and I was just like, I wonder, like if Michael ever like got into that that real like disciplined dad mode, like sit down, like chill out, like what are you doing? And Bill was like all the time, like all the
Like, I was deep diving back into the book earlier, and I had moments I was just cackling. I'm like, Lord,
time.
Michael as a father, he's a great father, but he did not play. He's like, this is your responsibility, Prince.
Oh yeah,
I'm not gonna spoil that story, but
that
y'all
was
gotta
so
read the
funny.
book.
Yeah, it's a good book. It's a must have. It's a
Yeah.
must have book for sure.
Y'all know, like, from this year, I'm glad I prepared. Like, even if you're not sure someone's gonna be there, bring your book, bring your certain merchandise
Mm.
um there with you.
Yeah,
Thankfully, you
because
can bring
I
big bags
drugged this with me. I drugged this book along with me.
just in case.
Just in
Latoya,
case. Just in case she was there. She wasn't,
wasn't
but
though. It's
maybe
okay.
next year.
One day.
One
um,
day that.
and then of course, like Shantae said, Dante was just strolling out of the MJ1 store. And I'm like, hi
Mhm.
again. And he said, hey. He's like, yeah, I was just in there doing some shopping. I was like, oh, what'd you get? And then like he was showing me like what he got. He's telling you he's a big fan too. He must be because he got a Funko Pop. We actually were like twinning with the bags. And
Mhm.
oh man, he was like super nice. And he basically was like, oh, it was so nice to see you again. And I asked him for a picture. And he was like, yeah, of course. Like I was like, because I don't know, the setting was like a lot going on. And he was like, yeah, of course. And then he walked past Jen and Shantea and they got one with him. And what was I like?
It was cool. Like,
Well, sorry, like I was gonna let y'all take it because my dad was calling, but I can't pick up right now.
It was cool. I
oh.
asked him if I could ask, what he got, because he was like showing, that he got something at the store. I'm like, oh, is it okay if I ask what you got? And he was showing us. Did he get a
Mm.
Funko Pop
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
that time? Yeah, he got a
Yeah.
Funko Pop, and I think he was also looking for another one. I'm like, oh yeah, you should get it here. He's like, okay, I have to go get it.
Oh no, you guys are talking about the new ones that are coming out that aren't
Yeah,
released yet. And he's like,
yeah,
oh, I gotta get that.
yeah.
You know what's
Yeah.
weird? We had separate like interactions with him, but I was like, "Oh, did you see the Grammy one?" That's so crazy.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh man! And then you saw him again, Jen. What was that? What was that like?
That was the last day. I just happened to be at the MJ1 store with other fans, and we were just chit chatting there for a good minute. And he walked in, and then he smiled, and they walked up to him, and I just like stayed out to the side because I didn't want to bother him. But they're like, "Come on, come on." He's like, "Oh, hey, hi." So I asked him about if he's gonna have like read another book because he has books out.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, yeah, that he's working on more books. And he was really nice, really sweet. And I'm like, so did you get another Funko? He's like, yeah, I got another Funko. I'm like, oh, okay.
Aw.
Yeah. And I'm like, can we take a picture? And he was really like, yeah, yeah, definitely. So he was really nice, really sweet.
Yeah,
That's
man.
cool.
This is just. I know this live is getting long, but it was like a lot that happened from like 3 different perspectives.
Mhm. I
Um,
ended up seeing Taj on my way out um out of Mandalay Bay.
did you talk to
Ellie, no, yes and no. So Ellie and I were walking out, and I was walking to the ride share location. She was walking with me, and we just so happened when we were passing the elevators, him, his wife, and the 3 girls, all 3 of them were together walking by. So because he had the girls, we didn't try to stop him. We just kind of said hi, Taj, and waved, and kept it moving because, of course, his children was with him. So, but that was like that was my last like MJ. Ex-
Where you cut out.
I said that was like my last little MJ experience for the day,
Oh, okay. Like, sorry,
or
it
for the
just like
trip
cut you
rather.
off.
Yeah, my earbuds just died.
Oh, that makes. I was like, wait,
Yeah.
audio changed, and I was like, okay, but yeah, that was our. I almost forgot about that one until you said it.
Why did I
Um,
forget about that
it
one?
was me, Jen, and
Janice.
Janice, and we were talking to this girl that we had met the like earlier that day. She was like, "Oh, like what show are you going to?" And we were like, "Oh, we just went to the 7 o'clock show." She was like, "Oh, I'm going to the 9 o'clock." Then she was like, "I just ran into a whole bunch of Jacksons at the front." I said, "Where?" Because I'm telling you, there was one more Jackson I was trying to meet, and it was Taj, and it was not like for a picture that I wanted to pass him on one of the flyers.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, "Where?" She was like, "Oh, like at the front, like." I was like in the lobby, and she was like, "Yeah." Pew! We're running through the casino. Janice is like, where are you going? I'm like, girl, just come on. She running with us. She kept up. We are about to run to the lobby, and then we see a group of people. So that big family picture that the Jacksons page posted was, the one with like Jackie and BG and all of them.
Mm-hmm.
We almost ran into that picture and we hid behind a pillar
Yeah.
so that it would not like get photobombed or anything. So we're hiding behind this pillar waiting, and then we run into one of the fans from Bahrain. His name is Jermaine. Ironically, I was like, "What's your name again?" I'm like, "I'm so sorry." He said Jermaine. I was like, "Really?" And shout out to Jermaine. Then he said like his friend was over there by the Jackson. He's like, they got the kids. He's like, I'm just staying over here. So I was just like waiting. I was like, I don't know if we're gonna be able to meet him. And then I saw the babies too, and I was like, oh, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So they start going down like into this door, and we see Molly. And so I'm like, oh, like I want to say bye to Molly, like, like one last time. So we're talking about the show and like what our favorite parts are. She said she cried. I was like, she a fan too. I love that. Like the respect for Michael that even like the spouses, the girlfriends, the boyfriends have. Like, I'm sure like that is, having respect for the whole entire family is like something that, they will look for when they're looking for someone to be with. And so I don't know, I just think that's awesome. But yeah, we talked to her. She was so nice. And then one of the fans was talking to Taj. So I was like, okay, so he seems like open and talking to fans. So we're over there and I'm like, hey, Taj. I was like, I want to give you this. He's like, wait a second, I'm looking at your jacket. And I was like, oh. And he's like asking about the jacket. He's like, okay, like, what are these? And I'm like, oh, yeah, like, these are like your uncle's out. He's like, yeah, I know, I see. He said he likes Jen's jacket. And then Janice was wearing like this purple, like, bedazzled shirt. It was like Michael's signature, but the signature was bedazzled by Peggy Wolf.
Mm-hmm.
And that's another example. Like when they compliment one person in the group, they're going to compliment you all. And I just think it's awesome, like how much detail they pay attention to, and just involve everyone. So I'm like, here's his flyer I want to give you. He said, oh, he takes it. He's like, oh, I already got one of those. I was like, really? Then I remember Prince. I gave him that stack. So he's like, yeah, I'll show you. He pulls one out of the baby carrier. It's like, look. It's like, yeah, one thing about us, we stick to our words. When we're gonna pass something along, we stick to our words. And I'm like, most definitely. And then like his daughters are like walking around and playing and stuff. And Taylor's shy, the oldest one. She's like, come on, Dad, it's time to go. And then he stops. He's like, well, did you say hi to everybody? I'm like, okay. They're like, hi, but she's shy and stuff. And it's like, we're strangers to her. So I understand. And like, we didn't get pictures with him or anything, but it was just nice to talk to him for a bit about the campaign and stuff. And yeah, he was like, well, we're about to go eat dinner. And that was that. So
he's super nice.
He really is.
Yeah.
He's so nice. other than that, we just went to the Hard Rock, and it was unfortunate the way that they sat us separately from the other fans.
Mm-hmm.
I was like,
Mm.
okay, I'm like, all right, but it was cool. At the end, the salmon was good.
It
Hard
was.
Rock,
It
Las
was.
Vegas, go get some salmon. It's expensive. It's only 7 ounces, but if you want to spend, get you some salmon. And yeah, that was it. We got to talk to the other fans. I think there was like California fans, Ron Pia, who helped put the fan meetup together, and then Bill was there again. So Jen
Jen.
finally got her book signed.
That's what I was
Yes,
just
because
about
I
to ask.
left
Like, did you get your
mine.
book signed?
I did. So
I
I
was in that
carried,
hotel like Jen. Jen.
I carried my book around all day, and then when we ran into Bill, I had left it upstairs because I went to go change. But I
He
did get my
smells
book
super nice,
signed.
by the way.
Yo, that part was funny.
But
I gotta
Yo.
stop doing that. I do that to everybody too.
Oh, yo.
I thought he was gonna write
Jenny from the. I did not mean to do that. I'm so sorry.
what you do?
It like removed you from the
Oh.
stream. I'm sorry.
You're good. I thought he was gonna write Jenny from the block. I was like, I would have been cool with that too.
Yeah, he was like Jennifer, like Jenny from the block. I'm like, Lord, Bill. And then when he saw my book the first time, like he was like, "Have you read it?" And I was like, "Yeah, I read it like 2 times." He was like, "Oh, because I wasn't gonna sign it if you didn't." I'm like, "Dang." Like, no, I didn't read this book. Watched the movie multiple times as well. It's a great book.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And yep, I did a little short, like, one question interview, and I wasn't expecting his answer, but nothing but the truth with that one. See it in the vlog. See it in the vlog. You want to see that because I can't put into words exactly what he said because it was from his experience. But yeah, Gadget was able to get a video with him.
Is it in the vlog that you posted the other day?
Yeah, part 2.
Okay, I gotta finish that one. I started it and then life.
I get it. I get it. We have an intruder. Hold on.
What I noticed was in I think it was MJ Fangirl's video where we're taking the picture with Bill at the hotel. Jackie walked right behind me. Yes. And I did not notice that.
I was like, Jackie Jackson just walked behind him.
I did not notice it. I saw the video. I'm like, what?
Yeah. I didn't even notice that.
I didn't know. I'm like, oh snap. There's
Yeah.
me. There's Jackie. What?
It was so much. It was like I said, different perspectives. So like watch the vlogs like from MJ Fangirl, Gadget Trish, Rocky has like a mini vlog. There's another girl, her name is like Kim Loves MJ. She did the immersive one, and then also she did like the birthday celebration vlog. So if you were there, you probably pop up in one of these mini vlogs that we did. There's some still set to come out. So yeah, we try to have a party in the Hard Rock. It was not popping off like that. I'm like, why y'all not playing Michael's music? You know, we tried.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much it. Any closing thoughts?
Next year, though. Next year we are having an MJ dance party. We're gonna make it happen some way, somehow. Going all out. All MJ Jacksons. We have to. I mean, like, you can't have an MJ birthday without like MJ music. So
very true.
Right. That's one of my few like wishes. Is that there was like a party. I know Gadget said that her one word to describe this year's thing was intimacy, like with the special guests, like the Q&A with Prince, what would your one word be to describe like this whole celebration, immersive and birthday celebration involved?
Magical.
Epic.
Magical, epic. I think you kind of took mine, Jen. Because I was like, oh, it's the magical. I maybe say eventful or magical or interaction. Maybe one of those. But yeah. CJ said he got to, yeah, because I was like, CJ, bust a move.
Yeah.
Bust a move. And then he was like doing the routine and everything from You Rock My World.
Yeah. Yeah, we
Hey,
need more
Leah.
dancing.
Aw. Yeah, but I'm gonna keep this up. You can watch like the replay. That's all. Any of y'all got anything to say?
No.
No.
Just get ready for next year.
Get ready. Start saving. Oh, somebody mentioned the theme for next year. Off the Wall 45.
Okay.
Praying that's the thing. So maybe think about that. Yeah. Hopefully get to meet more MJ fans. Yeah, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
Like more fan opportunities to like interact and stuff. I did want to note because like people are like, oh my god, Prince is asking about Discord. So I made a new Discord, and this one is like, you know, for the Jackson family, and basically to share. There's a channel in there to share news, and updates. There's one to share like events or like fan projects or like online fan events. Then there's another channel in there for my collectors or MJ merch, or not just MJ but Jackson's merch, like collectors and like maybe not collector, maybe a fan who happens to collect. Like you share your merch in there. If you find new merch or anything, share that in there. I did put some rules in place because we trying to keep the peace. Mm-hmm. So keep that in mind. If you're gonna be in there, this is a Jackson family thing. Keep it respectful. Be kind. Be nice. Let's make this fun. You can find this in my About tab on my channel or my Instagram bio, and it's in my link tree. It's at the very top, and you can join that way. So that's all I have for today. Thank you to my special guest for joining me. MJ season has been fun. Thank y'all for watching for all of these 3 hours and 17 minutes. Oh yeah. All right. I'm gonna call this a night. See y'all in the next one.
See ya. Bye. Bye.
Bye.